The Pat McAfee Show.
There will be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about. Yes,
Speaking his mind
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
while being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, beautiful people. It is Monday, July 5th, 2021, years after zero, and we are back, baby! That's right. I hope everybody's fantastic. I hope you had a great 4th of July. Happy Independence Day to everybody. Celebrate, the fact that we told the Brits to scram, nerd! And then we got a chance to celebrate that for the last 245 years. Hey, here we go. Now we're an independent country. We'll tell the Brits to go fuck themselves. See you later, And then it's celebrated. And there were definitely not all the ideals were followed whenever this country has. We are nowhere near perfect. I think we're working there. But anytime you can celebrate something, you're going to celebrate something. And on 4th of July, everybody knows that when you celebrate, you do a couple different things. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're going to see fireworks out there somewhere.
Absolutely.
All right, I want to see them boom booms up there. Bob Kavoyan, host of Bob and Tom Show, him and his wife, Becky, put on a fireworks spectacle in the neighborhood that I live in. Last night, 35 minutes, 15-minute grand finale.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was the best.
Thought it was ever. My dogs thought there was a potential fucking Baghdad going on, but it was unbelievable. So, you're going to do fireworks. You're going to eat a hot dog at some point, okay? You're going to eat maybe a burger, maybe a pool, maybe a brew or two, a little festive time, maybe some vitamins or whatever.
Yeah.
Like everything like that. And you're also going to watch, all right? Guy who now lives in Indiana, calls Indiana his home, Indianapolis his home. You're going to watch a guy shove 70 plus dogs and buns into his gullet, okay? Jesus. You're gonna watch that at noon. Last year, no fans, what are we doing? This year, back to Coney Island or wherever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
We're in a baseball field. All right, we got Golick Sr., by the way, was not happy with my response to Sha'Carri Richardson's ban and thing. I mean, not happy, but he had a differing opinion, and he responded like everybody, by the way. I seen him on my Twitter thing more than anybody else. I'm like, hey, Mr. Golick, good to see you. Have invited him on the show before. I don't think he got back to me, but I would like to have him on and have a conversation with that thing. But Golick Jr. was hosting. The president of Major League Eating, which we definitely knew was a fucking thing.
Oh, yeah, MLE.
Oh, the MLE.
Yeah.
We definitely knew that. And then, old Fitz.
Oh, yeah.
Fitz
Simmons.
Fitz down there. Cat up, good guy. He's out there. He's doing his thing. The most electrifying human on earth is on a microphone, and Mr. Shea, George Shea.
Yeah, George Shea.
George Shea.
Yeah, there it is.
That guy's fucking unbelievable. His introductions to every single eater yesterday were magnificent. Yeah. Each one seemed to top the previous one. In the first one he introduced a guy who was wearing like an octopus head thing, and he gave an entire promo cut on this guy, kind of being buried under the ocean, eating his way through popcorn to become this. It was unbelievable. You watch this every year, though. You say, hey, here's a good American tradition. They actually hype it up as such. Hey, Joey Chestnut, the hero, the legend, the icon, the Indianapolis native now. How are you doing? The whole world starts the 4th of... Not the whole world, obviously, because it's America holiday. Well, that was me being the American stooge that I am, by the way.
I think England
the whole world... England probably doesn't celebrate it. I understand there's probably... Canada, you could have, by the way. They just said, Nah.
No thanks.
There was no line or nothing, by the way.
None. We like taxes.
We have no idea. Do any of us know why Canada did not just join? How did that happen?
They have Canadian Independence Day.
Yeah, but what are you independent from? You guys are still...
Well, I still answer to the Queen.
I'm here now. That's all that matters.
No, congrats to that, by the way. And we're from painting ships to Private Trips, the story of Bubba Gumpino on his whole thing there. But anyways, you celebrate 4th of July by watching this. Yesterday, these rat bastards, okay? And I assume they're working their asses off over there, all right?
They've had a long week.
ESPN had maybe the toughest day in their existence.
Probably.
Okay, not 100% sure, but we'll talk, by the way, about what you wanted to talk about. I just want to ask, how do you not have connection for fucking Joey Chestnut eating 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes? How do you not have a connection on that guy after everything we've been through? After everything the world has been tossing at all of us, we don't even get a chance to see somebody that I watched chug 13 pints of beer in 72 seconds. We don't even get to watch this guy break his own world record. He's going to be, he's not going to be, he's going to be sick. This guy commits his entire life to this. And with what, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 16 seconds left in this 10-minute thing where they were having problems throughout the entire 10 minutes. And they had the ticker at the bottom in 4K. So we knew, okay, so it's not us. No. Because if that thing freezes at home, you think to yourself, oh, maybe it's my fucking internet again. You think about getting a ladder to go up there and hit the whole thing. Is it my the ticker was clear as day, so it's like, no, this is these motherfuckers.
It's on you guys.
This is it. We couldn't see it. They froze up. Obviously, it's a nightmare, un-American situation, but Joey Chestnut wins. We watch fireworks. We do our thing. And today, we couldn't wait to get back onto the microphones. Boys, I miss talking to you. People watching, I want to let you know, I miss this immensely. I had a hell of a time with my wife on a private island. Okay, it was unbelievable. This is Lifestyles of Rich and Famous. I got to experience it there for a second. There's a chef there. This son of a bitch didn't even have a menu. Okay.
Whoa.
It's ever-changing, So my wife told me no information about where we were going. There's no TVs on the island.
I was gonna say.
Okay. As soon as I got there, I learned there's no TVs on it. Still has internet, by the way, which I found very nice. It was actually pretty nice. And there was no real live games going. I mean, basketball was happening, but I could see that on that entire thing. There's no TVs on the entire island, and also there's no menu. Yeah, the chef just kind of decides what he's going to serve.
Oh, nice.
He knows when you're hungry.
So I said, Sam, what the fuck are we doing?
That's wild.
What are we doing? There's no TVs here, and the chef just kind of picks and chooses what the fuck. So listen, Sam. All right, I love you. Okay, you know me. I think at this point, this is everything that I hate, isn't it? I mean, we're at a place that has no TVs, okay, and a chef that is so fucking conceited, okay, that he just thinks he can just willy-nilly on a menu, whatever he wants, and I just have to, you just think I'm gonna like it.
You're gonna love it.
Sam was like, oh, dude, I didn't want to tell you before we got here because I know you would have made a big scene. Let's just see how it goes. She was like, let's just see how this goes or whatever. I'm like, okay, sounds good. So I'll tell you what, the reason why that chef is so fucking conceited, that son of a bitch can cook. Hey, it was fantastic. It's like you're living at a guy's house.
Was it Guy?
It was definitely Guy.
Guy Fieri?
I mean, was it Guy?
Oh no, I don't think Guy Fieri was
some gangster donkey sauce on the burger.
Bro, it did. Maybe Guy was back there. Maybe
a disciple of Guy.
That's his MO.
I sent 7 compliments to the chef. Okay. By people that were bringing the food to our bungalows that was happening. So it's like this perfect setup. I mean, it was the best. My wife absolutely crushed it with this. I'm not going to say the name of the place because I don't want fucking to ruin it.
Don't want to blow it up.
But it is in America. It is unbelievable. This chef, though, every night, they'd just print out what you're eating, basically.
Okay, so you had no idea beforehand. It was kind of...
There was a couple regulars. Caesar salad was only on there one night, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there's a couple things that were like regular during the day. You can get a drink, you can get a food or whatever. But most of the food, like, hey, you get a piece of paper, like, this is what we're serving tonight. You actually have to call down if you want it or go down and get it or whatever. And I would just stare at shit that I would never in a million fucking years ever serve. And then it showed up and I was like, this guy.
Delicious.
Compliments to the chef. They're like, he says thank you. I was like, does he really? Does he know how much I love this guy? They're like, he's very private. So like, nobody would let me, like, I wanted to meet them and be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, he might have the greatest gig of all time. Anyways, I was very lucky to have a great trip, but my trip pales in comparison to a man who is now a very different person, a man whose costume is now forever changed, a man who kneeled in the same pew as George fucking Washington.
The president?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
George?
The same church, same pew. Ladies and gentlemen, now a married man, Ty Schmidt.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys got to come out there. Not everyone's met all of my brothers and my family, and we've been talking about it for so long, So I'm glad it's over. I mean, it was awesome. We went on our honeymoon right after, which was great. And like you said, like being able to just disconnect, like I really, we don't ever get to do that. So it is it was nice. Just
our job, by the way, is nowhere near as hard as anybody out there. We understand that, but part of the job is you have to be like super duper connected.
Yeah.
And by connected, it means like just kind of having a little bit of a radar of what the fuck's going on. And by the way, last week while I was on an island and Ty was doing his thing, a lot of shit happened.
Yeah, a lot of
and I
stuff.
didn't find out till later. It was actually kind of nice.
It
now,
was.
If we had to talk about it during the day,
Would have been fucked.
Would have been fucked completely. Have to know. But it was kind of nice to deconnect for a little bit. And I'm sorry, but I wanted to hit on that point. It was really fucking nice.
Yeah, it was amazing too. The resort we went to was great. Top notch. Tyler Johnson, who we played golf with down in the Bahamas. I checked in. He was like the first person I saw there. It was wild. I was like, it was crazy. I was like, yeah, exactly, the same guy. You remember him?
Yeah.
the
You
baller.
remember him? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, from Miami, had the tats.
Yeah.
Light-skinned dude.
Yeah.
Yes,
Plays,
he is.
plays for the Brooklyn Nets now.
Hey, super cool dude.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was thinking about, but I was like, I'm not going to do it. But anyway, yeah, it was great. I had a good,
Hey,
good time.
by the way, I was the drunk guy with McAfee there.
Yeah, exactly. I probably rear-ended your cart a couple times. No, but it was. I mean, it feels good to be back because it was, just like a lot of stress and everything. And I think that is something that I was not prepared for at all. Like I thought I was going to be fine and everything, and I was just like a ball of nervous energy the entire time. But I'll tell you what, I don't feel much different, but it is good to be back with you guys. I miss you guys.
Your wedding was awesome. A few of us got a chance to go, which was beautiful. Newport, Rhode Island will be a conversation we'll have off air. I mean, it's nice, isn't it? I mean,
Wonderful
It
place.
was beautiful.
Wait. Actually, what are you alluding to? Are you alluding to the greatness of Newport, or?
So that's a place where you guys went as kids, so that like holds like super memory. It's like Disney for people. Is that what it is?
Sorta. Yeah, it's up there in the upper echelon of places to go on the coast.
As
of
a
New
child,
England.
right?
Yeah, my wife grew up like 20 minutes from there, so she went there,
As a
like
kid,
as
right?
a kid all the time, going like with her family and everything. So we were always going to get
That
married
place
there.
was packed.
Oh,
I mean, it was.
I probably haven't been there as many times as Connor has, but I've never seen it like that.
It was
Ever.
beautiful. Hey, it was cool views. I got a chance to stay at a really cool place, but that is not a place I would. That's not a place I would frequent.
Hey, let's go to Newport.
That seemed like it was like a fucking amusement park almost for like 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. It was just, there's stores everywhere. There's great food. Hey, there was good people, by the way. Got a chance to chat with a lot of people, but it was nothing like what I thought it was going to be. And staring out at the ocean's fascinating too.
Oh, yeah.
I saw some, what's that shit? The sailors. I saw the Olympian sailors. They do the
crew, not the crew, like the actual boats.
yeah, they do
sailboats.
the Are they sailors?
Yeah,
It's
those
like a,
sailors.
what is it,
so.
like a regatta?
Yeah, you gotta regatta. You gotta regatta.
Yeah.
You gotta regatta. But yeah, I saw them training in the morning when I woke up after your wedding. The next, I like looked outside. There was like a gloom and doom over the Atlantic Ocean, and there was the wind was blowing, and the sails like
The mast.
the things were like slapping, and I was like, God damn, this is such a different world than
Oh, yeah.
I grew up in or whatever. Then in tights, just like it was like a movie, trotting in there, Team USA, carrying this goddamn like almost metal ladder thing that got tossed out in their sailor, and they went out. It was crazy. But I want to let you know, wedding was awesome, reception was cool, food was great. We appreciate you. That was good hospitality. You guys did well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I would have never imagined I was going to get married there either, but
George fucking Washington's church.
Yeah.
yeah.
Number one.
Yeah, it's like the oldest church in America.
It is the oldest church in America.
Yeah.
So, Ty, obviously, you didn't know this because you were dealing. Yeah, that's the guy that prayed there.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I want to let you know, the God shit that's in that guy's brain, all right, we learned where it came from.
Yeah.
And Ty got married in the same pew that guy he was learning that. Hey, Ty. Attaboy, Ty.
George, man.
Osmosis. Osmosis.
You and George.
His teeth was in the pew.
Yeah, they made the pew out of his wooden teeth.
There were human remains buried under some of the pews, yeah.
Yeah,
It was
very weird.
slightly disturbing.
So that's what I was going to say. While you were stressed out about do your thing, we showed up a little late. We were the last ones, literally the last people in the entire thing.
Whose fault was that, Pat?
Excuse me? What was that?
Whose fault was that?
Well, I don't like to point fingers, but I know the fingers aren't pointing at me.
Okay.
My wife. We landed a little late. We only had one shower. It was actually probably my fault because there was just an entire thing, but we got there perfect time.
Yeah.
I mean, right on. It was definitely our fault.
Never a doubt.
Phil picked. I did. I had some because I knew weddings don't like. Hey, this ain't something that just kind of like dilly dally around, especially at the oldest church. Like weddings start at a certain time, so we landed. Our flight got delayed. We couldn't even fly in because of the fog.
Yeah, right.
Which, by the way, scary as shit. It looked like we were walking into Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, yeah.
You know that headless horseman thing that you guys, as a kid, it felt like we were driving into that. You go over this bridge, and then the fog was just so strong, couldn't see the end of the bridge at all. Newport's on the other side. It was crazy, but our plane got delayed. We got there right on time. But the church. A little bit late, actually. But the church, right on time.
Yeah, you're right
I mean,
there.
the priest didn't take his 5-minute set, didn't start yet.
Oh, that guy was an absolute comedian.
That guy was a weapon.
Genius.
That guy was a weapon.
We did have a couple good jokes that I was not prepared for.
Hey, and by the way, I did not.
Lighten me up a little bit.
I didn't.
was like,
We did not miss any of those.
No.
By the way, we
No.
missed. And I like the fact that he complimented the verses you guys chose. He said, you could have taken the blah blah blah, but you actually decided for the insert Colossians, Colossians, this.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a good little banter there. These churches, is this normal? Diggs, I'll ask you. We were sitting in boxes, like tiny little
Penalty boxes.
There were penalty boxes.
Yeah.
They were stacked next. So instead of like a pew that goes straight across, there were little penalty boxes, and you had to open a door to get in and out of them. And it was like 2 per box, and they were stacked from the front of the church all the way to the back, 2 wide on the right, 2 wide on the left, deep. Good air conditioning, so they definitely upgraded Old George's church a couple times.
Had to.
But it was I felt
So
like
it's
I was,
like you're in like an old wooden roller coaster?
yes, bingo.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
exactly what we were in. But much great metaphor description for
With
that.
the Kennywood stuff.
Yeah,
It's in my
Kennywood.
mind.
Hey, the racers down there. It was very comfortable though.
Yeah.
Very comfortable seat. The whole
Good
thing.
cushion.
It was it was hard not to read all the things that were around though because
Oh, yeah. A lot
the
of stuff.
memorial that was next to me was a family that started going to church there in 1720 or something. like that.
Oh, good family.
Maybe.
Yeah, we don't,
Could have been really
Been
bad.
around
we
a
don't
long
know.
time.
We don't
Could
know.
have been a really bad family.
We
too.
have no
Possibly.
idea. Learned that on the internet yesterday. A lot of that. There's a lot of that talk.
Yeah.
At Boston Connor, hey Ty, very proud of you, Ben.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
boy,
Like I
Ty.
said, thank you for coming.
Ty.
I'm glad you guys got to be there.
And by the way, thank you everybody for your well wishes to us last week and also to Ty.
Yeah,
I saw
absolutely.
a lot of those at Boston Connor. What did you do? Did you just stay up there all week?
Oh yeah, I just stayed up there, just hung around with the same, schlubs I grew up with, just hammering Coors Lights at like 10:30. I was hanging out with the Liberator.
AM, PM.
AM. I was hanging out with the Liberator of Kuwait, Bud Cody. Got to catch up, hear a bunch of war stories with him. It was incredible time. But I actually did. I did find something out, and I got a bone to pick with actually all of you. I'm suffering from male pattern baldness, and none of you let me know I got a massive bald spot on the back of my head.
We got the stuff. All right, Roman.
Yeah, we got the stuff, but we need to spread awareness that you gotta let people know when you see things. Okay, all of you, all of you in the back too.
I don't see you.
somebody
How did
that
you
at
find
a
out?
wedding.
How did I find out? I walked by a mirror and looked in the corner of my eye and saw like a massive bald spot.
you
I
have
had to
no
take a bunch
mirrors
of
in Indy?
selfies in the mirror. Look like a gosh darn
All
clown.
right, listen. Hey,
Wow.
that isn't. You looked amazing at the wedding.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Okay, maybe my favorite human view I've ever seen in my life, to be honest.
One of my favorite outfits and get-togethers that I've ever been a part of as well.
You should. I mean, that is the dress up you, right? That's dress up you now.
100%.
Yeah, you looked unbelievable. You glued your hair down. I mean, it was.
That thing was that. I mean,
So
I could
is
have rode
that-
a motorcycle to the wedding.
Is
and my hair wasn't
that
moving.
why? Is that why it looked like you actually did ride a motorcycle? did. Funny you say that. Is that why, though, you think maybe you saw the bald spot is because you had hair glued into different places?
So that actually, I didn't even know at that point. At that point in the vacation, I didn't know. It was around like Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm hopping out of the shower and I'm like feeling great about myself. And then all of a sudden,
Hey.
boom.
Good news.
Right there.
Good news.
What's that?
Roman's got you.
Yeah, they do. Send those drops right now, Bruce.
And I think you're in. I think you're in a majority. Like 66% of men experience some sort of hair loss. Now, granted, the front did look a little thin. I think, but anytime
I've seen that, though.
Anytime you pull, because mine's starting to get a little thin. Anytime you pull it straight back, that's going to happen. You're basically trying to rip that thing off of the ledge that it's staying
Exactly.
on.
Exactly.
Whenever you pull it back, so that's not a big deal. But Roman's got you, dude.
Yeah.
You're in the majority of people that it happens to.
You look like you just won the championship for the Mass State Police softball beer.
Had 80 homers in one season. But I know Roman's got me. I just think that we need to spread awareness that people who are going through it, when you see it, identify it.
I saw it at the wedding. I wasn't gonna
thought you
burst
knew.
your bubble.
See, that's what I mean.
There's a time and a place.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
gonna burst your
time.
bubble at a wedding, Connor. I mean, it looked incredible. The gel might have set you up for a little bit of failure.
A little
at the
bit of
back.
show.
So
Okay.
too, yeah.
Good to
Well,
know.
apparently not though, because he saw it without it, and he said it's still there. But Roman got your back.
Thank you, Roman.
Gumpy, how was your week? Good week. You were at every Boston Red Sox game that happened, right?
5-0 all week long.
Hey,
Looking sharp.
Gumpy.
Oh, my God.
It's been 10 years since I've been to Boston, so once I got there, I just ended up staying the whole week.
Now Boston, beautiful city, right?
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. Probably the best.
I think Nick back there even sent me a text. Says, "Hey, this is a beautiful city." And
Did
that's
not expect it to be that nice for a place that's full of so many scumbags. It was incredible how nice the city was.
But think about it. There's so many scumbags, and the place is still like unbelievable. So when you think about how incredible that is in itself, I think everybody should go to Boston at least
you're
once a
saying
year.
Boston has some superpower to be able to withstand the force
all the
of scum.
dirt bags, yes, to be able to withstand the scum that seeps out of the streets of Boston and to still be that beautiful. I mean, that's 1 in a million. No city can do that.
I don't think I've ever spent any real time in Boston. I feel like I've been here for years. I really do, because I say yes to a lot of things, and I regret them almost always. But at least I get a little tail. I don't think I've ever spent any time in Boston ever. We went. Foxy and I went to that.
Gillette Stadium.
That Gillette Stadium, I think it was for DK at the time.
Yeah, it was.
They had a gathering, and I chugged 30. Everybody was awesome. I mean, everybody 30 beers. Talked to Gronk. We got to see Patriot Place there because that's where we kind of checked in. We did. I think we came day of, checked into a hotel, went to the thing, went back to the hotel, flew out. So I haven't seen it, but it was everything I've seen has been awesome, and it much better reaction from crew in the back there than Newport, Rhode Island did. I will say much better reaction to Boston than Newport, Rhode Island.
Newport's unbelievable. It's just when the sun's not out, it's tough to really get the whole feel of it with, the sailors, to your point, and all the docks. Boston was beautiful from day one. I mean, granted it was 110 degrees, but...
Hey, we had to outrun a tropical storm down there in Florida. There's one there. They're T's and P's, everybody down there. Hey, Jake, good luck down there, dude.
Good luck, Jake.
Good luck. Hey, Rolando, good luck down there.
Good luck, Rolando.
Hey, Rolando gave me the keys to a Boston whaler.
Ooh.
Yeah,
those things move.
They don't, actually. It makes a lot of sound, though. And trying to plug it, because it did have a plug in the back, which I guess most boats do in the Keys, because there's a chance water's going to get in with the way you're moving or whatever. So I did elect to plug the hole in the boat while we're going into water. Turns out that didn't matter. Our biggest issue was going to be moving. I had that thing on full rabbit mode. I don't know, the gas motor all the way up there. That thing just, like a cobra, it sat up like this, and it was going boom.
Hell yeah.
And I was moving, maybe a knot or two. Maybe a knot or two. And there were seaplanes landing in the same place that I was trying to get across. I was playing Frogger with massive, there was a cigarette boat, I think, at one point.
Wow.
Came flying by. Because down there in the Keys, that's people go island hopping. Like, that's actually what they do. So the boat community is a strong one. And I'm on that whaler with, obviously, Samantha. And we're almost getting run into the fucking Gulf, dude. Yeah. It was a wild time out there. But the water, when it's beautiful, it's so nice. Up there in Rhode Island, I didn't think it was ever going to be sunny up there. I looked out, and it looked like every movie I'd ever seen from up there. It was it was a wild place. Ty, have you ever been up there before?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. And to Connor's point, like when it is really nice, like it was very nice on Thursday, and then it was kind of just overcast the rest of the weekend. But when it is really nice, I mean, it's the same thing. You go to one of those places and get dinner on the water, and I mean, it looks incredible. But what are you gonna do?
Diggs, I saw you living that lake life. You gonna move in there?
I think I am.
Yeah.
I mean, we live the river life. Crick life for a long time.
Crick life, river life. I think the next step, it is lake life.
It's definitely it's a definitely cleaner experience than living like the dead body river life and crick life that we grew up
Pittsburgh, by the way, yeah, we have a lot of dead bodies. There was actually, I rented a boat back in Pittsburgh for us one weekend, and captain of the boat, forget his name, whatever his name was, said we were not allowed to get off the boat and get in the water like most cities do, because they pulled a dead body out of the water the morning of us getting
Sure.
in this one particular spot. So we don't know if there's any other bodies there.
There's also a dead rat next to the boat that was the size of a moose.
Hey, did you see that Wolverine over there in Utah? It was on the news. There was a what? There was a Wolverine that ran through somebody's first yard or front yard over there. That was the size of the rat. You see that? That was the size of the rat in the thing. But yeah, the lake life. You loved it. Did you get out there? You got jet skis?
Yeah, spent half the week in Pittsburgh, half the week on the lake. Got jet ski. They have a jet ski and a pontoon, so that's good life.
Wow,
Not bad.
good for you. All right, let's start talking about some sports now. Foxy, Zito, Jay, everybody back there. Appreciate you guys. Great to see you. Let's get into some stuff. Darius Butler will be joining us in about 2 minutes. Ian Rappaport will join us next hour.
Here we go.
Then AJ Hawk obviously will join us next hour. Cannot wait to chat with him. And maybe a surprise guest today.
Whoa, surprise guest.
Maybe. I don't know. To be honest, I do not know. Would be big.
Okay. All right.
So it would be a surprise.
I mean, it would. Is a surprise. Was that? What do you mean by that? It would be a surprise, yeah.
Well, no, you're not surprised. We're not sure if it's happening or not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very much not so much sure. Yeah. Sent a prayer out this morning.
Sure.
Okay.
Has not been responded. But we'll see, because there was an interaction last week that potentially led to, I just don't know. But anyways, today's show is going to be a good one. 1-833-4 McAfee. We will answer some phone calls. There's a lot in the sports world to get to and that we missed. So I've been trying to balance in my head, how far back should we go to give a fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, who cares? What should we talk about? And there has to be a couple things right off the jump. Name, image, likeness, okay? So, congrats to the college athletes, and the high school athletes, and the middle school athletes, and goddamn it, those elementary kids are good. Congrats!
Hell yeah!
I seen 6-year-olds. T.Y. Hilton's kid would have been getting a Nike sponsorship probably when he was 8 or 9 in flag football. But congrats to the amateurism rule no longer being a thing. Now, the schools, hey, shout out. Darrell Jallo. Interesting photo choice. I don't fully know how to describe it. Me and Jallo were friends. We were tight. This moment, I don't think came, as naturally as many people would. It's a great celebration. We were happy, though.
Champions.
We were champions. But I'm pumped for the name, image, likeness rule to get in there, because, guys, if they can make money, they can make money. Now, they should be able to make money off of their names. They were born with their names. Granted, the school does make them more popular with their football program and the team, or basketball or volleyball or soccer, whatever it is. And the TV rights help make them a star. But their name is their name. If they can get paid from that, they should be allowed to do so. If it's coming from outside sources, and you don't have to deal with figuring out how the school pays who, right? Because that was always the thing. Well, how would they determine who gets paid? Who, the school's going to pay people? Well, who are they paying? Only the people. It's like, all right, well, fuck the school figuring it out. At least let capitalism figure it out with the person's name that they've been, kind of born with. Yeah, definitely. Not all. I guess there is name changes. Okay, I've seen a couple of those. But they should be able to profit off their name. So this happening is a huge deal for all of us that were ever, potentially collegiate athletes or got to ride the coattails of other people and saw their success immediately lead to everybody else getting millions and millions and millions of dollars, including the school. Pat White, Steve Slayton. Noel Devine, Adam in there, Owen Schmidt. There's an entire crew there at WVU. But our freshman year versus our senior year, with everything. I'm not just the football locker rooms, the stadiums. I'm talking full campus. The entire campus was renovated, basically. Now, was that because of West Virginia donors? Maybe, probably. I'm not sure. But is the rise in attendance and the price that you can charge and the amount of commercial and everything that West Virginia was getting, in the partying, people heard about our partying on ESPN, about whenever we win, there's going to be couches that are burned, which, by the way, attracts a certain group of people. And by the way, those people want to go to college and do that type of stuff. West Virginia got uber popular. And now Major Harris is getting his number retired. Congrats to the Major. He was a stud. He's, I think Pat has said that but I watched Pat White and Steve Slayton completely flip West Virginia. Just completely flip the whole place. Now, there was other players, great players, that were on our team. I was very lucky to be teammates with all of them. But Steve, he gets drafted. He does well, makes some money, fizzles out though, right? From injury. The guy got hurt, fizzles out. Pat White, decade ahead of his time probably. He gets hurt as well, has to go play. Made money. These guys made money, but the amount of money that these two guys missed out on while they were at college because the NCAA kept relying on this amateurism word that they made up, I have always found to be profoundly bullshit. Me personally. Now, I might have a different view than everybody else, but I think Pat and Steve, if they wanted to go sell some cars for some people or do anything like that because of how big they were, and now granted, if WVU wanted to get a percentage of that, cool, or sign some autographs or do whatever. I always thought that was something that happened. But boy, this is going to get crazy out here.
Yeah.
Right? This is going to get insane now. And every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And I think the reaction to the NIL is there has been a lot of very excited people trying to do business in the NIL for these athletes that probably have no idea about how digital marketing business goes. Maybe you do. You weren't allowed to, I guess, to really be a part of the conversations, but I assume this is a whole new world, not only for a lot of people, but these athletes. So there's a lot of people that are like, hey, we'll help you with this, we'll help you with this, we'll help you with this, we'll help you with this. We got agencies on top of agencies all of a sudden for a lot of these student athletes. Yeah. And my first thought, and I put the tweet out as soon as I had heard about this, was I'm going to make a For the Brand team, was my first thought. But then I started thinking about it actually, and how's this going to work? So if you were to become an agency, you got to represent these people, you got to sell these people, you got to make deals for these people, you got to tell them what to do, you got to do everything like that. What happens if this doesn't work out or anything like that? Like for me, I am not talented enough to figure that all out. I think there are people that'll do well by these athletes, and there's numerous. I saw Barstool signed a lot of people. They are, they're the people that are laying blueprints in this digital marketing business. I don't know how it's going to work out there, but I think if anybody can succeed, it's them. I think there's other people that'll be able to figure it out. But for me, I don't think I can figure it out, but I think I've gotten around it. I think I am gonna participate in the NIL.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, I am gonna, but I'm gonna be, we're going to be Santa Claus in the game. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We're going to be Santa Claus in the game whenever we show up. Happiness is here. Okay, it's not going to be like doctors or anything like that. Whenever you only go in when something bad, or a dentist when something bad. Yeah. We are showing up whenever. I think this is just a very complicated game that's only getting even more crazier whenever you see like Hersey, Master P's kid, sign a $2 million deal to a company that none of us have heard about. Nope. Okay, none of us have absolutely heard about Web Apps America. But Hersey Miller, son of Percy Miller, Master P, gets a $2 million deal the day it happens for this tech company. We can assume that this tech company just wants to go all in. Okay, this is stuff that happens. In this venture capitalist world that we're in, there's a lot of money that gets dumped into companies that are startups. 90% of that money goes into marketing, 10% of it goes into the actual product. If it catches on, okay, then we'll have to start paying and creating everything, but let's just see, and if it doesn't, we'll just move along. Or maybe, just maybe, there's a chance that somebody could see this type of thing happen, never knew that the company existed, and other schools can just start a company real quick, get a booster to fund some money and say, hey, you're going to be our lead spokesman for this company, whogivesafuck.com, and you're going to be our, and see, this is what happens though. Everything happens, and then there's an abuse that happens, and then it gets crazy, but as long as guys are making money, that's all I really give a fuck about. Joining us now is a former student athlete himself. he had to sit through all the bullshit NCAA meetings that I had to sit through, and I think he probably hated them maybe just as much as me or more than I did, but that's just the way it goes. Host of the Man to Man podcast, and I think he's about to do something more.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think. I mean, I don't want to. I think there's a lot of big shit coming, and I'm very happy for him. 9-year NFL vet, ladies and gentlemen, Darius Butler.
Glad to see you guys back, man. It's been too damn long.
Hey, Debo, we agree. And that first Friday where, we just did SmackDown and flew up to Rhode Island and took off. It was like 10 days ago. We were all super bummed. That's our Darius Butler time. Hey, we missed you, buddy. I want to let you know we have missed you.
Miss you guys too, man. Feeling the same. Feeling mutual.
All right, let's talk about this NIL thing. All right, you saw Hersey sign for $2 million on the Web Apps America thing, which none of us have heard about ever in a million.
Nope.
What's that?
I mean, I love it. Sounds good. Looks good. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy with the negative Nancy.
Do it. Hey, I was just
you hear some of this shit and it's like, really?
Yeah.
You gotta look into it. And I follow a bunch of nerds on Twitter, and they're like, "Oh, it's only 6 employees at the company. It's only the website's not secure. It's a tech company." So it's like, I hope he sees every bit of that $2 million. I think I heard McAfee speak on it briefly. He said it's a 4-year deal. So we see how it works out. Like you said, sometimes it could be who knows who cutting that check, and maybe they just want, because now a lot of people know who this company is. A lot of people now have heard about it. So we'll see. I hope it comes out to be true. But it's a little fishy right now.
Okay, so let's say that one's real. We won't be the negative people. Let's say Web Apps. Let's say Web Apps America is real.
Yeah. Let's go, Web Apps.
Hey, let's go. Hey, give Hersey his fucking money.
Yeah.
All right. Or let's look at it as somebody who could. These people could do this. Okay, I'm not saying that they are doing this with Web Apps America. I'm saying if I'm a college football coach and or a college basketball coach or any college coach that is wildly competitive and will bend.
Oh, no.
What happened?
Bend any rule. The McDonald's bag.
Where'd it go?
That just happened like last year. The guy from Tennessee puts a McDonald's bag. Hey, you want some extra cheese on the
on the visit.
$40,000 or $20,000. But these coaches, if they can find a way around, okay, if there happens to be a little bit of a loophole, like in their eyes, even if it's not a Web Apps America loophole, I mean, could they not? And this is, we probably shouldn't bring this to light, but it's probably going to happen. People could probably just create fake.
Oh, yeah.
And just do the.
It's gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be wild.
We fuck up everything, though, don't we? We have to fuck up everything.
I mean, but it's gonna be some bad. It's gonna be some good. I'm glad the guys are getting paid, though. It's been a long time coming. I do think all of these money, all of the resources that have gone into, compliance offices and all these bullshit charges for people in the past, I hope those same resources should now go into something that can somewhat protect some of these athletes. And even we were talking about it on the show with the Man to Man with AB, and saying maybe even if it's just like kind of a blueprint of certain contracts, like, all right, we got this type of contract, we got 4 different contracts, and these are the contracts that these businesses have to sign to deal with our athletes. Yeah, and then the athletes aren't getting fucked over and getting signing off perpetuity. The same deals you see in the entertainment industry when somebody's just trying to get on, and then they're fucked for the rest of their career, and the executives are living good for the rest of their life. So I hope it's some protection. But it's gonna be wild. It's been the Wild Wild West, honestly. But now you're just kind of gonna have everybody hand in the bucket. Yeah,
I think behind the scenes, and you might know more than I do, I think it has been the Wild Wild West in certain places. Like there's some places that are just, they seem to do better than ever. Now, I am not implying that anybody that is successful, but it seems like there are some things that happen behind closed doors. But I'm
implying it.
You alluded to,
hey, come on, man. We know how this thing goes. On any level, damn near in the industry, the biggest winners are doing the most bullshit behind the scenes. That's just how it goes. And it's, it's been, the amateurs weren't getting paid, but it's still, you're still raking in billions of dollars. It's a lot of bullshit going on. So it is what it is. It's part of the game.
Okay, so I want to get back to your point, though, about musicians, because this is a massive ordeal over there. And also, this is why, and this is going to, sound maybe soft to me or whatever, I don't want, like, the thought of the name, image, likeness is the same thought as, like, signing another show or somebody on here. Like, the way those deals are created and made, it's, like, very fascinating, you know? And you hear a lot of chatter. I mean, Prince started this conversation, a long, long time ago? Yep. And I assume before Prince, other people had that conversation where they're talking about basically all of our creativity and artistic ability is sucked and drained and used, decided when it can be used, and then we make like 2 or 3% off of that forever, and somebody else is making like 60, 30, 20, 10, and whatever this whole thing. So I fear, just like you do, that just like that can happen in the music industry, this could easily happen for some of these guys. And there are a lot of businesses in this particular world that do try to fuck people over too. I mean, it is something that happens, but with what you're bringing up is a great point. There has to be somebody out there that's like, you know, or maybe there's just a public set of standards that are set too. Like, hey, this is how these types of things go. This is how it should be. Because in this business, there's so many people that do lying about numbers and in this and that, and we need this and we need that, and you have to do this or we won't do this. It's like, come on. There's a lot of bullshit that can be placed into those places. And if you're a student athlete who is still going to have the schedule that you're going to have, it's going to have to be managed. If I was these guys and girls, I'd be worrying about merch, okay? Merch is what you can control. Merch is what you own. Now, logistics are going to be another.
You starting for the brand agency, right? I heard, you know.
No, I can't. That's why I can't do it, is because I don't want to. The only way I think it makes any money is you have to fuck somebody over, basically. And if somebody starts making good money, it's like, I am legitimately the type of person that's like, hey, you should be doing this yourself. Like, you should be doing this. You should go.
Yeah.
I am legitimately that type of person. Now, that is probably not good in this particular world. If I wanted to run like a media company, which I guess I kind of do.
Yeah, because if you once again, if you could have easily been even further than you already are organically, if you have to fuck people over to do it. That's how people do it. That's how people get up there so fast. So if you have
that's not everybody, I don't think. Is it everybody?
No, I'm not saying everybody, but the majority
in the business
of the
world,
winners,
and in the business
win
world
for a reason.
Yeah,
and they cheat the game or they cheat the individuals that are doing it. And for some people, some people they say, hey, if I can make $5 million, $10 million a year for the rest of my life, I'm cool if you make $100 million off of me every year. I'm cool, and that's my price. I'm good.
Yeah.
So that works for both sides. But if you're working and you're slaving for however many hours or days or years, and then when you're done and you want to see the real, you want to reap the real benefits, and somebody else is for the rest of their life and their kids' life, then that's where it's different. But if both sides are happy, that's one thing. But a lot of these industries, a lot of these things, is one person that kind of, and in this digital space, I feel like you understand it a lot more than most of these other people on both sides, executives or people trying to get on, because it's so new. So people are fucking themselves over from both sides right now. So we're in an interesting space, and I'm dealing with it as well because I'm trying to grow, and this is the lane that I'm in now, and I'm having a lot of these same conversations and got to understand the language to talk to lawyers.
Oh no, they cut him off. They cut him off. You're getting too good, buddy.
Nice.
We always talk about a good position to be in. You don't have to be the agency. You just become the consultant.
No, yeah.
That's pretty good.
So there's a bunch of people that
consulting fee.
No, so listen, there was a bunch of people that were doing that to the fucking schools. Whenever this name, image, likeness thing came about like a couple years ago, Anthony Gonzalez, by the way, hey, teammate of mine. Hey, teammate of mine.
Gonzo.
Good luck, Gonzo.
Good luck, Gonzo.
Praying for you, Gonzo.
Good luck, pal.
Good luck, Gonzo.
Hey, he chose to get into politics. And I told him, buddy, I don't know what you're doing.
That's on you.
Hey, I don't know how you do it. I don't know what you're doing over there. But I think he started pushing it. He started pushing it to be a law as Darius Butler joins us back here. When the name, image, likeness started getting pushed like by Gonzo, I think, and others, and it became a conversation finally as if there was maybe, and then California okayed it, and then another state okayed it. All these fake social media, digital marketing expert gurus started coming out of the woodwork, and these schools started hiring them to come advise and consult the players on what they can do and what they can't do. I guess we're going to find out if these guys were right or wrong, or these girls were right or wrong, because I feel like there's only a few people that have gotten this whole thing right. in the digital world. There's only been a few people. I've been very lucky. We've been very lucky to learn from one particular place that is very, very, very successful in this world, and that's the Barstool folks. Then you look at like Joe Rogan's strategy in this entire thing. Bill Simmons has been able to sell a couple companies. You know, the digital space is very fucking difficult to go and make money in. And that's why when I saw these consultants getting hired and these experts, and we'll be the ones who teach and guide these players and coaches what you should expect and everything, I was like, what the fuck have you done? Like, why, how are you able to do this? Because you got to have a massive ego to be like, hey, listen, you guys should just be paying me for my opinion. Like, these motherfuckers better be good. That consulting thing is insane. I don't know how it's all going to work out, D, but I honestly don't over there.
No, it's going to be interesting. Like you said, it's the Wild Wild West. It's going to be some winners, some losers. Man, you can only hope for the best. But I'm glad that people have the opportunity to get it right. You know, some people will get it right, and I'm glad. And some people, this will be the most money they make probably, in their life for a while. So they can capitalize off these years in college and these college towns. If you're the man in Morgantown or you're the man in Arkansas.
No,
D-Butt. This guy.
He's so close.
What was
never
it?
happened.
Connection's always good.
Is it because he was saying, he is down South Florida. South Florida doesn't have a tropical storm coming anymore. It was dropped lower than that, I think, but he might be battling through that right now.
It's probably AJ's fault somehow.
Probably trying to break it up.
Hey,
Yeah.
Do you think is it illegal now if Hammer Down sponsors a college athlete and pays them to?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I saw a bunch of people
to throw a game or something.
Like I saw.
Well,
hey, that came out
Henry
about.
Hill.
yeah.
That came out about somebody potentially at Florida State. I'm not going to mention the name because TMZ reported it already or whatever, but I guess there's some real investigation into something like that happening in very near recent history, by the way. You Italians, I did not know you guys were doing what you were doing.
Hands in all the
Knock
buckets.
it off. I had no idea you guys were doing that.
You know.
I did not know you guys were. I did not. I moved to Indiana, man. I lost touch. I lost touch with that whole thing. But I saw a lot of people were like, a lot of people I like and respect and I'm a fan of. They're like, hey, come on, they want to do it. I don't know how the fuck it works. And I think that is maybe just my small little brain. We're going to get involved.
Yeah.
We're going to get involved. We're going to do that thing. But I don't see how it all plays. Long term, too, by the way, whenever whoever is the college athlete at the time, what happens in, I don't know. I don't see how it works. I'm excited for people to figure it out, though. I'm not smart enough to do so.
If someone goes on like a Johnny Manziel type run in college football, like, are they going to set a cap where it's like, hey, this dude can make, basically unlimited money, but, we'll kind of put a little number on it so he can't make like $100 million?
So it's independent, right? It's outside, so it is a free, but I think it's capitalism, however much. That apps thing, that Web Apps America, I hope it's real. But if I'm a coach and I'm at a place, and I wouldn't do this, by the way, I don't want to be a coach, all right? Probably because to win, you have to be able to pull the trigger on doing what I'm about to say right now, whenever, however. You got to be able to do. People will create a company. I mean, I created a company, shirtsforamerica.com, 17 days before the 100th running of the Indy 500, strictly to sponsor Connor Daly's car. So Connor had a car and enough money to run in the 100th running of the Indy 500 as an Indianapolis kid. Okay?
Yeah.
17 days before the 100th running of the Indy 500, I started shirtsforamerica.com. I called Phil. I was like, hey, need to start shirtsforamerica.com. He's like, what is it? I was like, shirt company for America. Okay, we're gonna sell it. And it was $250,000. So the company costed me roughly $330,000 to get started with the shirts to be able to get them in time and everything like that. I ended up only losing like $95,000. But with that being said, still lost.
Still steep.
I was able to start a company and sponsor my friend to get into 100th running of the Indy 500, which is a pretty massive ordeal. It was sold out, by the way. I wasn't able to get tickets because
Check it out.
it was actually sold out.
Car looked great though.
It was actually fucking awesome.
Zooming.
It was awesome. It was awesome. It crashed with Connor, fucking legend, and do your thing. But if I was a coach, I'm doing that. I'm doing that every year.
Yeah.
I got 100. How many scholarships do I have? Let me tell you how many.
13.
Let me tell you how many companies I have. I mean, that is just. It's going to be tough. It would be tough for me not to do that. And I've been a big proponent of this. So I don't want this to. sound like I'm I think there are some things that have to get figured out here. I think there are going to be, or just let these guys rake in cash, let the games play, and as long as the quality's good, I don't think anybody's going to give a single fuck in the fall.
Well, and to your point, like if you did start, if you started doing that, that'd fundamentally change. Like that's a huge responsibility, and then you are just, knowing you, like what happens to the however many people you would do it to, like. That's like a real responsibility and something that you have to like dedicate a lot of time to.
My whole life.
Yeah, exactly.
My
You
whole
can't
life now
just,
becomes look at this stooge right here.
Yeah.
I have to deal with this stooge for the rest of my life because I won't be able to not to.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like
Until I have hair again.
Hey, shout out Roman.
Yeah.
Shout out Roman. Thank you, Roman.
Joining us right now, ladies and gentlemen, Darius Butler's.
Yeah,
I think it's us. I think it's us, by the way. I guess our internet's spiking over here. It's our internet has been on vacation 10 days.
True.
Oh man, they trying to knock us out. We're talking some real shit on here.
Hey, we were. You actually said both sides are getting fucked, and it immediately came after that. So I thought potentially both sides were attacking you to take you down the coding thing. We covered that. Do you have anything to put on the end of the name, image, likeness? Or are you good? I want to move on to something that you and I are.
Oh no, we're good.
I have a quick question for you guys.
Go ahead.
Reggie Bush, should he get the Heisman back?
Yeah. What are we even doing? What are we even doing?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What are we even doing?
Absolutely.
How
He would
about
have made the most money with this thing.
in L.A. by him and Leinart? Oh my God. I mean, maybe Tebow down there in Jacksonville. If you're saying he's a Jacksonville legend,
You got he got a religion thing, he got football. I think what would work for Reggie would be like his social life. People would care just as much about, or more people probably would care more about his social life and who he's dating, where he's at in LA, and then the football on top of that. But
and then on that,
that LA market, it's just
on that same vein. Yeah, give him back his Heisman. On that same vein, though, like JJ Redick, I think would have been.
Oh man.
Hey, JJ Redick would have made bank. I think there's a lot of big money motherfuckers coming out of Duke too, right? I mean, that is,
for sure.
Imagine how many of those carfish Tebow would have sold.
Oh, the eights.
Yeah.
The eight fish.
The unfinished eight.
Oh, it's the infinite fish.
Yeah.
Yes.
The infish.
The infish.
A Maurice Claret, too.
You know what we're talking about? D-Butt?
like the fish with like Jesus in the middle.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, dude, he would have been able to.
Oh yeah, with his number like in the fish with a 15 right there.
His merch though would have been fantastic. There's something going on. Zito, what's going on, dude? What's going on?
He can't hear you. Doesn't.
What's going on, bub?
Oh, we're just trying to figure out. There's a computer that's doing like 30 gigs of internet, and it's bringing us Dahn.
Oh, so are we live right now or no?
We are live, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because we're only on. So let me tell you why I had to put a halt to the conversation there to ask. Because we're only on YouTube today. And he said that there has been internet issues. And then I saw him stand up, Nick stand up, and Jay stand up. I'm like, are we even fucking live? I'm not speaking. Are we just speaking for nobody right now?
We're back, baby.
Okay, we're back. Everybody see. Okay. Sha'Carri Richardson. Deep butt! Listen. I put out a tweet, said, listen, it ain't the dope, all right? It ain't the vitamins that she is smoking that is making her the fastest woman on earth, okay? It's obviously her drive, her work ethic, her swag is insane. Everything about her is why she's the fastest woman. If she wants to hit a cone or a gas mask, by the way, okay? So I added gas mask in there for a pop for myself, obviously. legally, because she was in a place where it was legal. To make her body feel better or life happier, let her live, hashtag free Sha'Carri, okay? So I put that. That got like 7,000 or 6,000 retweets, okay?
Yeah.
Nobody was mentioning the gas mask in there, which kind of slipped by a couple, I think, goalies there, because the gas mask is, if they were reading that thing and then thought of Sha'Carri with a gas mask on, and they did not laugh like that was a problem. But anyways, point stands. This is a joke. And a lot of folks are like, is it a rule? She should have known it was a rule. It's like, okay, you don't know what she's going through. Obviously, her mom passed away. There's a lot going on. What's she supposed to do? Get on a bunch of pills, drink? This is how she decides to handle it. And did she know the rule? Yeah, she knew the fucking rule. She's Olympian. But we're allowed to bitch about it and say, hey, this is fucking stupid. We got enough scientific proof now at this point with research and studies that marijuana can do the job of a lot of very potentially death-causing things. Pills, alcohol, you name it. There's a strain of marijuana that can take care of the same shit that's going on without any of the other bullshit in there. And people say, well, you can't just compare it to the other bad shit or whatever. It's like, well, why not? Because at this point, if this is what you're demonizing and saying is terrible, a plant that can handle and take care of things for people that they haven't been able to figure out for the rest of their life, if you can still demonize that at this point, you're a fucking stooge. And if you're one of those people where she knew the rule, do it, it's like, I agree. Okay, she shouldn't have done it. We all know when we can't smoke, when we're going to get tested in the NFL, she shouldn't have done it. But we're allowed to bitch about it still being a rule in the Olympics. Like, that is something we are very much allowed to do. Fastest woman on earth isn't allowed to compete because of a plant. That doesn't seem like a very Olympic thing for me. I don't know. I might be different.
No, I mean, I was definitely salty. My initial thought was like, it was damn, like, she tricked off this opportunity, big stage, big moment in her life. And then it's, you immediately go to where I went to, she's 21, people make mistakes. And then dig a little further, she came on the Today's Show and she was talking about what she was actually going through. She found out that her biological mom had passed away. She found that out from an interviewer. Like, just random stranger told her that information. So to take that information in, whatever you deal with there, and then at the same time you're competing for the Olympic trials. So it's obviously a lot for anybody to deal with, and a 21-year-old at that. But she took all accountability. She didn't make any excuses. She said she knew what she did was wrong. She still chose to do it. I want to run. I want her to. Realistically, I don't think it'll happen, obviously. And a lot of us, we like, damn, it's weed. It's 2021. We should be well past this. A lot of places are still illegal. A lot of places around the world is still illegal. So she took accountability. She'll move on. She got a lot of career ahead of her. But I think we all wanted to see her, win that gold in that 100-meter dash. So definitely disappointed. But I hope she's well. I hope she's good. And I'm sure she's got a fantastic career going forward.
I hope so. And she'll remain faster than everybody for a long time. And
sure.
To your point there, I very much know that the tweet that I put out there, even adding the Olympics, that ain't gonna change a goddamn thing.
Unfortunately.
And no matter the Olympics, that whole group of people, they don't give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
Nope.
And to Darius's point, that weed, that's going to be tested forever by the Olympics because some of the countries that are represented in the Olympics are, like dictatorships and stuff like that.
Kill you for weed.
I mean, that's okay, by the way, but marijuana's not. Okay, that it's all right being a dictator. That's all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Send your athletes, though. All right.
They've been letting them dope up for years too. Just do whatever the hell you want, put on a good show, but don't you dare fucking smoke weed in the process.
Can you not utilize the word dope in the fashion that you used it? Because I was attacked for that on the internet.
We're calling weed dope.
Really?
Yeah. And I only do that, and it's a deeper thing because the whole Nope to Dope campaign was what started the illegalization of weed, basically, in the entire face change of that thing. So every time I say I'm smoking dope, it's a direct reference to that dumbass era. You know what I mean? Like that entire thing. What do you have, Diggs?
You guys make great points, but I saw on the internet this week, and I can't remember who said it exactly, but he or she brought up a good point. Like, yeah, it's fine if you're smoking dope and you're running straight lines, but what if she got too high and stole a javelin and threw it into someone's heart?
Hey, D-Butt. This is an NFL guy that said this. Hey, we got to talk about this. Yeah, we got Diggs. Listen, there was no reason for the Cowboy to hop in that particular saddle.
What are you talking about?
Well, there was just no reason to bring it. That was, D-Butt, it was a conversation off air here.
Absolutely ridiculous, man. I mean,
This
wow.
This guy.
Yeah, that was bad. And I think it's on us. Like you said, that was a football player that said that. Acho said that. And I think it's on us. I take that responsibility as a former player. You got to call bullshit out when you see it.
Yes.
And that was 1,000% bullshit. And it's just like, it's a lot of shit that's legal that you can go out there, but people aren't going to show up to their event.
Yeah.
Blasted.
Yeah, listen, fuck all that.
Where do we draw the line?
Guy,
What are you talking about?
If he's talking about running in a straight line, is okay. Like, okay, I mean, All right, so straight line is like one of the most difficult parts of an entire intoxication test or inebriation test or whatever. So if it's okay, and what if she's out there throwing the javelin?
Come on.
Like, what did he? How deep did he have to like? Hey, Archo, listen.
Where do we draw the line?
Hey, where?
That's funny shit. Hey, that's my dog, though. Man.
Do we?
That's my dog.
Oh, yeah?
Is it? Archo, this is your fault then. This is your fault then.
That's my guy. I mean, everybody has some terrible takes, has some bullshit from time to time. That was one.
That is true.
Here and there, but that was one.
Hey, that is very very true. I guess we shouldn't put it past him, but he did have a follow-up whenever he he did have a follow-up. Hey, what's that, buddy? He had a couple follow-ups. I didn't realize how smoking weed made something square, dude.
Hey, man.
Hey, Archo, you're cool, dude. Hey.
Thank you, Archo.
Thank you, Archo. I mean, he's an enemy in this particular battle.
Yeah.
So we have to, you know what I mean? Like, I apologize, Archo.
He's clearly never...
well, how about some uncomfortable conversations with potheads, Archo?
Yeah.
How about...
Hey, that's a series.
Hey, how about you? I mean, what is...
Presidents, doctors, everybody on there.
Write that down. We should do that.
Uncomfortable conversations with potheads.
We should do that. Dump that so nobody sees it. Dump that so nobody sees it. I'm worried about what locker rooms he was in, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's what happened.
I think he may have played with Chris Long. I'm not sure. Chris Long kind of was fucking with him too. But I'm sure probably some interesting locker room. I'm sure he had some moments.
I mean, there's probably people that he sat very close to that were high every day. Playing football, by the way, hitting them potentially. I don't know if it was hitting in straight lines, but I mean, they're potentially hitting people.
Side to side,
I'm sure those guys were probably dogging on Archo as well.
No.
You know, if I had to guess, there's a chance those guys were like, hey, you see what fucking Archo showed up in today?
You're an absolute idiot. That's not true. Archo is crushing it out there, as is the Man to Man podcast host and a guy. I think he's about to get into more stuff. I can't wait to see it, ladies and gentlemen. Darius Butler. Thank you, D-Butt. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, you too, dude. I'll talk to you soon.
Oh, man, later.
I love D-Butt, dude.
He's a good guy.
He's a good conversation.
He knows, too.
What's that?
Like, he's just very smart with everything.
Oh, I thought you were trying to bury Archo.
No. Hey.
What was that all
I'm
about?
not burying Archo.
What was that
What about?
What? Oh, fuck you,
What about it? Tony. Just saying.
You guys are bad, dude. You're terrible people. I thought literally coming out of, a vacation, a little happy. You stay in Boston, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Wait till AJ comes on. Man, I got some stuff for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now from an attic in Ohio. A man who will not be joining us, I don't think, for the rest of the week because he has a golf tournament to win.
Jeez.
Okay.
Guy who was at a cult just a week ago down there in Florida for the Ohio State University, a college football national champion, the all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, and a Super Bowl champion. Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk. Yes! So work, Zito. What's up?
Hey, man, what is with the Acho slander? I caught the last 10 minutes. What are you guys doing?
You son of a bitch.
Knew it.
Come on now.
This guy.
Argument. I watched the clip. He had a great argument about it. Or PEDs, you're either trying to gain a positive or take away a negative. Like, he had a good follow-up, and you guys are just over here just killing the guy.
I am not. I am not. Who? Connor?
Not me.
Dopehead's making the old dope argument.
Hey, great to see you, man. How have you been? How was the break, AJ? Did you get into anything? Did you do anything? What have you been up to, man? We missed you.
No, not a whole lot, I mean, we had like 4 days of 4th of July celebrations because of how everything played out, I guess, with the date and fireworks and parade. So, yeah, it's good, man. It's been fun.
Well, I don't know. I texted you this. Your commitment to being an adult is next level, dude. I was texting with him. He was in the middle of his 4 different things he had to go to. I'm like, how the fuck do you do it? Like, I would have zero drive to do it. And he, obviously, Dad of the Year, he goes, it's kids' memories or whatever. And I'm like, golly. You're Dad of the Year, though, man. You're always out and about. I never see you not doing. You're always doing something. It's amazing to me.
Well, I mean, kids are pretty active. I know you don't have any, but yeah, there's always things going on. So, yeah, man, it's been fun. What is that?
So, listen, it's actually a full story. I was getting stabbed here by a green marker, I think. Do you need one, by the way, for Tahoe? Hey, you need one for Tahoe, pal? I was getting stabbed here in my pocket. So, I can't wear any of my clothes that have been recently cleaned.
And why is that?
Great follow-up question,
you
AJ.
go.
Thanks for asking. The detergent that we potentially moved to or used caused an entire rash on my full body. Anywhere that touched clothes, I had a rash. It was my entire midsection, my entire here, and it was for basically the first 4 days of the vacation. I couldn't really, you know what I mean? It was kind of a tough thing, tough go, a little itchier. So we think it's a potential change in maybe the bounce sheets or the detergent, or maybe it's the Amazon shit that I bought and wore. Whatever the case. Everything has to get cleaned at the house, or I'm gonna break out entirely in my full body. I might die. That's what I was told.
Have you always been one of those like people that has real sensitive skin and things like that?
No, that's Jay. Jay's always had this. Jason.
Yeah, I'm
Max-
allergic to everything.
Yeah, he got all of it. It's unbelievable.
Let
You're
me
welcome,
know.
Pat.
Jay, I can help you. I can help you overcome a few of them. If you
I'm not
let me know.
microdosing like shrooms or whatever the fuck you're doing over there.
No way.
Whoa.
Jay, you are microdosing shrooms because that is something that happens, and that's the first thing that came to your mind whenever you heard microdosing. Right? Jay, you microdosing shrooms over there?
No, but
Doped up.
Oh, Jay's all doped up.
Tripping balls back there.
Javelin.
Jeez, hey, it's fine when you're running and moving things in a straight line. All right?
good thing I was gonna hit buttons that don't move. You know.
Jeez.
Well, they are kind of moving now, but you know, they'll straighten themselves out.
Golly.
Hey, I mean,
He's tripping
if
balls.
that's Pat, though, think about it. Acho's argument, if that's not just a great example of having to take another point of view on an argument, like what is, I give him credit how he is all in. Like, I believe that he believes what he is saying. He is good at TV.
Are you saying you're not? No.
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 wouldn't say that.
You're saying that he crafted that? No.
I'm not even saying it's crafted.
No chance.
I'm saying he's obviously against the marijuana use in Olympic sports, but I feel like that's just how his brain works. That's what he comes to. Hey, man, I don't want to see anybody killed with a javelin either. Like, that'd be tragic. That would be a traumatizing experience.
Agreed.
I mean, maybe that is.
Good show,
I've seen it in movies, I think.
Is that where Acho got to? And by the way, that's why lawn darts were
right.
banned.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? They were actually banned.
Bring him back.
The thing is, I actually have a set at the house.
Really?
Yeah, I do a pretty good game by the way.
Shocker.
What's that?
Have you ever opened them?
Yeah, I played a couple games actually. Undefeated.
I can't. I mean, it's going to be fun to clean your place out when you die. We're going to get so many stories.
Jesus Christ.
the hell's wrong?
Yeah, like most places just have like knickknacks. You don't want to clean their place out. Like yours, I'll be first in line.
Well, I appreciate that. There's a lot of good stuff in there, and you should see my in-laws. They are actual. They go like antiquing and stuff. They go to auctions and stuff. They have, even more so than me, I think, a collection of shit that is pretty awesome too. Kind of scrap through, but also we have to move all that shit into the house at some point probably as well. I mean, it's going to be a lot, but I appreciate you offering up your services here on this July 5th, 2021 for when I die. That means you're going to outlive me. Shout out you. By the way, shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out you. Good luck. Way to go, man. I appreciate that. These rules will not get changed with the Olympics, though. I mean, there's no way this will get changed. In my tweet, you know, I had gas mask. I feel like I was speaking for a lot of people, though, you know, and I like to think that maybe somebody at the Olympics figured out how to speak English, and maybe they all speak English at the Olympics. I'm not 100% sure, but they read my tweet and they said, you know what, pretty good. And then they just went about that. I hope that happened maybe because I did at them, but this is all falling upon deaf ears. There ain't nothing ever going to change, right? I mean, that's just what we have to realize.
It's international. Think about it. Like, there's people that compete from all over the world. So, like, in Singapore, if you put a piece of gum on the ground, you can get executed. I know if you bring any kind of drugs in, you can get executed too. So how would you think they're going to okay this?
Well, you can
opt out.
Yeah, you can make it Olympic.
The IOC? Does the IOC make the rules there?
Yeah, the International Olympic Committee. That a boy, AJ. Thank you. The IOC can just take it off the banned things and then let the countries sort it out.
Exactly.
Let the countries sort it out. Hey, if the dictator wants to do what the dictator wants to do, and by the way, have decided to say, yeah, dictator, you can put a team together or whatever, and you can compete against our other teams, and that's okay. But can't they just drop it from the thing? Like that's what the NFL should do.
But is the IOC made up of people from all over the world, though? Think about it. I'm sure there's people in the IOC that aren't going to okay that because they probably come from those countries.
Yeah, you're right. They should let they shouldn't let Ocho in to talk.
No, get Phelps on the board.
They should let Michael Phelps speak or something like that.
Lochte.
All right. Well, that's no longer him, by the way. That's not who he is anymore. I really thought, and I think just strictly because we were talking about Ocho, it distracted you. I thought for sure your first words on today's show was going to be, "Oh, I didn't get to hear the whole first hour. You guys talk about Rachel Nichols, or?" I thought,
what's going on with her? Oh yeah, okay, pal. She's a great broadcaster. What happened? Sure.
Yeah,
hey, for real, Ty, congrats. I know you got married. Hope it went well.
Thank you, AJ.
I didn't know we got arrested. Everything seems fine, so I'm glad everything was all right.
Yeah, it's very nice of you. Did you? So I don't know what you just said there. I don't know what just happened. About, did you see, I woke up, and I think this part of the story should be told as well. So this Rachel Nichols conversation has been I guess at this point, an actual just poorly kept secret almost. A lot of people had known about this conversation, that Rachel Nichols. A lot of people had heard, we had heard that there was some sort of conversation happening because there was, I don't know how the video was obtained or recorded or whatever. I don't know the ins and outs of that whole thing. That's probably going to come out in this whole thing. I don't think this whole thing is over. Maybe, I don't know. But we had heard that there was potentially a recorded conversation. We didn't know who was talking, but we knew not good recorded conversation happened. And this is back in the bubble, I believe. Yeah. So it was, when we heard about it, we gave like a, I wonder. And then we got like another update from somebody from a different source, and they're like, hey, did you hear? And they even said Rachel Nichols. I was like, oh, okay. Wow. So came back. I'm like, okay, we're piecing this thing together. But then it disappeared for a long time. Yeah. I mean, long time. I completely forgot that happened. Rachel Nichols had already trended since then for the Paul Pierce video of whenever the girls were getting on the floor, getting on the floor. Hey, where's Rachel Nichols at? One of the greatest comments in the history of an IG Live or of whatever. She trended. So I completely had forgot about that and automatically assumed like, oh, that must have been bullshit. Like that must have been a bullshit thing. And then all of a sudden, New York Times just out of nowhere on 4th of July, it's like, boom, here we go. This is a big deal. Hey, this is a big deal over there at ESPN because there was another call we had. I mean, there is potential. This is what else does it? You know what I mean? What else does this lead to? I think there's going to be more and more, and it's like whenever I get looked at like I'm some scrub. Okay, by some people. And then there's this type of real life happening. It's like, okay, what's going on over there? Like, what the fuck is the deal? And you cut off on 76 hot dogs on Joey Chestnut. Good What Lord. Is going on over there? Why are you the way you are right now? It's like, this ain't good for anybody.
No, it's bad. Like, who knows how it all plays out? But also, one of the more surprising things that I think came out before the Rachel Nichols deal was talking about what Maria Taylor she was getting offered $5 million a year for multiple years, and she turned it down. Like that's what was crazy to me.
Yeah, and this seemed like, by the way, that is, I don't think you've heard what Rachel. Did you hear the clip of what Rachel Nichols said? This happened at the. I think a lot of people have heard this around ESPN too. Like the amount of, I assume, behind the scenes shit that is going on or has been going on ESPN.
Just tension all over, I feel like. It probably is.
Not just tension, but also like, hey, that's fucked up. Like really fucked up what you think and say and act in person and how it goes. And then there's probably, you heard Jalen Rose go, hey, give Maria, by the way, we've gotten a chance to be around Maria a couple times for College Game Day. Yeah. She is fucking cool.
Awesome. Amazing.
Hey, whenever we're talking like conversation too, like she's great. Like I'm big Maria, big.
Top 5 coolest person.
Bingo. Legit, she was super cool to us. So I didn't even know that she was involved in any of that, the conversation, but I would assume just like in any place, there's probably, cliques and this and that. And it's just like, that place sounds like a nightmare right now behind the scenes. That place sounds like a nightmare. It makes sense. By the way, it makes sense with everything that we have encountered with ESPN. It all makes a lot of sense at this point.
Are you saying that Ariel got out just in time?
Yeah, I think Ariel, he was in his basement for 2 years.
Yeah, right.
And they told him, "Don't you fucking leave."
Yeah, so I'm not sure if he gets a chance, to really hear the drama happening behind the scenes or whatever. But it's wild times over there. And Clay Travis's big thing was Rachel Nichols was asked to do something, and she immediately called LeBron's advisor or whatever, LeBron's team. Clay Travis was like, ESPN working literally hand in hand with LeBron's team. I mean, nobody liked this thing. It is and then the Joey Chestnut thing happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like
last straw.
treating people like going on behind the scenes, terrible shit. Then on camera, terrible shit. It's like, what's going on over there?
It's just good that they're outing these terrible, terrible people, because at least then you don't have to deal with them, and hopefully something does change, but probably not.
Rachel Nichols said she'll see people at the finals. I do wonder.
Yes.
I wonder how that whole thing's going to go. And Maria Taylor's going to be a free agent then?
I think so. Yeah.
When's that happen?
Where does she go though? Like what she does? What football? She can do basketball at ESPN. She hosts what?
Maria can do whatever. I think.
Yeah.
TNT.
Fox.
No, she'll be awesome. But yeah, I guess TNT she could go. But she can't go to Fox. What's she gonna? She gonna take over for Aaron Andrews or Pam Oliver?
No, but they do have that big noon.
Yeah,
Kickoff?
College football.
They have big noon over there.
And to the point about TNT, with Barkley leaving TNT, if he's still leaving, then she could just slide in right there, too.
Oh, yeah, he said he's gone.
Yeah, he's done. Yeah.
Hey, they've been doing a lot over there.
Oh, yeah.
Steven Jackson responded. You see Steven Jackson's video?
Who'd he respond to?
Oh, the whole Maria Rachel Nichols situation.
I did not see Steven Jackson. What happened with that? All kind of ended too. Kwame Brown.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Hey man, there's been too much out there. Hey, let's just have a good time.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's have a good time.
Last month without football until March. So here we go.
Here we
go.
Here we go,
boys.
Joining us now, insider for NFL.com and the NFL Network. A man who hosts a show that is currently in hiatus and has been for some time, and for the foreseeable future, it does appear. A man who has people in every building to give him information to talk about on shows like this one and ones on NFL Network and on NFL's digital platform.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, rap shit himself, Ian Rappaport. Hey, rap shit, what's up? Just got off the golf course. This guy, you golf every day, huh? Is the game getting better? Are we doing well or no?
Oh, I cannot hear Pat's mic.
Oh, no.
Rap sheet.
Unbelievable.
Jay?
Cannot hear him.
Can you hear me, AJ?
I can hear you. Can Ian hear me?
Now we got you. All right, let's go. Yep, we're back.
That was on us, yeah? Yeah, we were muted. Yeah.
That happens.
Hey, what do? You golf every day? You look like you just got off the golf course. How's the game?
I played all right today. Played all right. Brought it home with a 43 on the back. I felt pretty good about that.
AJ's about to go over to Tahoe. Have you ever been invited, and would you win that thing?
I have not yet been invited. It is definitely a career goal to make it there, CC the people that organized the event. I did cover it one time as a young reporter for NFL Network, and I will never forget. First of all, I interviewed AJ there.
Oh, how was he? How was he? Pretty good? Was it a good convo?
Decent, yeah. Very
tackle the fan?
I also will never forget, Aaron Rodgers gave me a one-on-one, off the putting green, which as just starting an NFL Network reporter was a very big deal, and I've always been appreciative of that.
Okay, well, hopefully you'll get invited one day. Me too, CC, them, same people, if that's how we do it. Ian, we've been gone for 10 days. I assume you haven't been doing much either. Has anything happened in the NFL, and what should we look forward to this week? Anything?
I think last week, generally, as a pure coincidence, the NFL tends to wrap up some important things right before the July 4th weekend holiday. They did that last week with the Washington football team investigation being wrapped up. $10 million fine for the Washington football team. Dan Snyder kind of steps away for a little bit as his wife, the co-CEO, ends up taking over at some league events. And there was some words about that. And I think a lot of people sort of discussed the very, very toxic workplace environment there. A couple other teams got slapped on the wrist for OTAs infractions. And what else did you miss? Oh, yeah. While I was in St. Thomas on a snorkeling boat, Ryan Ramczyk got a big contract.
Oh,
so that was what's going on.
Congrats to you and Ryan.
Ian, so from now until the first team opens camp, are we going to get any kind of news that is significant at all?
Come on.
Yeah, I think you might get some. Because this year there's like so many unresolved issues. Usually you kind of get ready for camp and it's like the franchise tag guys, okay, like that'll be a day. I think there'll be probably some deals in there. We have 6 or 7 franchise tag guys who could get deals on July 15th. That's always kind of a big thing. Otherwise, we have the Aaron Rodgers situation.
Oh,
don't know what's going to happen.
What have you heard?
Not much right now, and I wouldn't expect to hear much. But the week before camp, the couple days before camp, we need to know. AJ probably knows.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Ian,
no, he's playing golf tomorrow.
Yeah, he is playing golf tomorrow. Have you heard anything?
Is that tomorrow? The at that Montana course, right?
Yeah. Do you have any inside information on that? Like DeChambeau's caddy quit. Does that mean that Aaron has to go caddyless as well with his team? Are they carrying? Are they carrying the bags on their back? Ian, have you heard about this?
So I have heard that DeChambeau and his caddy have long been at odds.
Oh,
like they have.
Here's a piece.
DeChambeau, I would say the way he has dealt with his caddy was not something that others on the tour really appreciated, just honestly. And remember the viral clip of Koepka kind of rolling his eyes?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you remember that, right? Yeah. As he walked by, he kind of had to stop the interview. That was, from what I understand, according to a source, that was because DeChambeau was yelling at his caddy, and Koepka had to listen to it, and he didn't like it, so that's why he stopped the interview.
Okay. I like that. I was a holder, in kicking, you're basically the caddy. I've never gotten yelled at down there, but I have had a couple stern looks that have been sent my way. I couldn't even imagine an open roast session at those golf tournaments. Is that what DeChambeau's doing? He's saying, give me the ball! And then he's doing like the whole Shooter McGavin 9-iron, you're fucking fired thing. He's doing that whole thing out there? Is that what you're hearing?
That is what I'm hearing.
Wow! That's got to go on the ticker. Hey, that's got to go on the ticker. I don't want to, but you said it, not me.
I mean, rarely do I bring golf scoop, but today I do have a little bit of golf.
Oh, my God, this is a big scoop, by the way.
And Koepka, it's interesting because Koepka is he's a very matter-of-fact dude. I like him, and I definitely root for him, but I wouldn't say he's the warmest and cuddliest guy on the tour. But I don't think he treats his caddy like that, Go
ahead, Diggs.
Ian, we know that there's some knockouts for being on Hard Knocks, and then if there's ever a time that they're not knocked out for a reason, are the Cowboys always the first choice, and Jerry's just like, yes or no?
Jerry's like, yes. You mean, yes.
I would say Jerry's like, yes. This actually, I thought it was kind of a good choice. I mean, not just because, I watch Hard Knocks anyway, and I would because it's work, but it's also... It's enjoyable. I thought the all or nothing stuff is enjoyable too. Cowboys are going to be fun, but this also makes me think that they think their team is going to be really good.
Every year. This guy thought they were going to be in the Super Bowl last year. That guy,
you idiot. Starting quarterback gets hurt. Sorry, pal.
It's just hey, you think with Dak in all last year they go to the Super Bowl?
No, we had a couple other issues to clear up.
All right, okay. He says how?
I mean. Defensive coordinator change should help a lot this year, I think. They look like a stacked team, though, right? I mean, especially if Dak is as healthy as he seems. I think they're going to be really good, too. And, Micah Parsons is not shy. We're probably going to get to know him a little bit. I would be curious to know who else is sort of in the spotlight there. But, yeah, I would think once they bring
Mike
it up
McCarthy.
to Jerry, he's
Big Mike McCarthy is going to be the spotlight of this whole thing. I mean, he in his opening press conference as Dallas Cowboys head coach, he said, "I'll fucking lie to this guy." I mean, he's smashing watermelons. I mean, Mike McCarthy is going to be must-see television. Is that accurate, AJ? Is he going to be must-see TV on this thing?
I mean, yeah, I'm curious about like the access that I think he will get very annoyed with the access they will want. So we'll see a lot of Jerry. And I think Mike will be awesome.
Need Tom Pelissero on there to talk to him.
Yeah, Tom's in his basement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, how come you didn't get that scoop, Ian? What was that all about? Is that a Tom Pelissero specialty there, finding coaches that are ready?
That was a great feature. I would say that helped Mike land his next job.
No, you don't say. You don't say. No way.
You know, I think the Pelissero magic touch. I think what's going to be really interesting is which coach does Pelissero feature this year to get a head coaching job next year.
Yeah, that is
Gase. Is Pelissero visiting the Gase household?
Yes. Every city that is going to have a head coaching position open is hoping no. Okay, they're hoping that Tom is not putting anybody over like that.
It's got to be Doug Peterson.
Stooge,
right?
maybe.
Yeah, maybe Peterson, by the way, who we don't know what happened. Like, we still, do you know what happened with it? How did that whole thing blow up so quickly? There's a statue of the guy outside the stadium. He's gone. Carson also gone. Everybody's gone. Who's staying? What happened with Doug? Who was it? What was it, you think?
I think it actually ended. It would seem to me like a relationship. Like it was like, sort of hot and heavy at the beginning, but it ended as it should have, when it should have. Because, clearly the Eagles, I mean, obviously he got fired, so the Eagles wanted to move on from him. I got the sense that he really wanted to move on from them. Like they had discussions about assistants, who should stay, who should go. He wanted to promote from within, I believe, on offense and defense, if I remember correctly. And they wanted him to hire from outside on both. And he took a really firm stance. And obviously, like, being a loyal head coach is a good thing. But this is just my gut on the situation. Thinking back now, like, I thought he had enough and was like, it's just a lot. Philly's a lot. And when you win, it's unbelievable. You get a freaking statue. But, like, there were a lot of voices. There were a lot of discussions. I think he got tired of it. I think it ended with him being like, you're going to have to fire me. And they were like, okay, well, I think let's just do that.
Ian, I appreciate you joining us, pal. Can you go split with me and Ian, or no, he's on a different computer?
Trying to find it.
Yeah, because AJ just dropped out because his fucking...
What do you know?
Yeah,
You don't say.
What do you know?
Yeah, Connor, go ahead.
Yeah, Rap Sheet, I was going to ask you, like, will Hard Knocks force Big Mike to smash watermelons? But hopefully that just comes naturally. Are any free agents here next few weeks? Anybody going anywhere and something big? Anything like that or
Richard
no?
Sherman's still
Sherman,
out.
Melvin Ingram's out there. Geno Atkins is out there.
Hey, we're cooking. We got a lot of players out there.
Will Compton.
Answer.
KJ Wright is out there too. There's like some. I mean, AJ's back. Hi, AJ. This year more than any other year is like there's more big name free agents who didn't get the money they wanted and are still out there than I can ever remember. So like we're gonna get some of these guys signing, and every time, like anytime there's a linebacker injury, it's gonna be like, is KJ Wright gonna sign? Anytime there's pass rush, Melvin Ingram. Like there's going to be a lot of focus this year on these like big name kind of older free agents who still want legitimate money in a tough environment.
I'm potentially still free agent and linebacker, by the way.
Okay.
Hey, AJ, what do I got to do? Square. All right. Make sure I see the numbers. Right. Hands forward. Good athletic stance.
Who needs to see your numbers?
Fucking everybody. Dude.
Flat back.
This is who's coming. All right. You need to know it. AJ, I like to, unlike you with that massive cranium, you run around like this. I like to have my head up, head up football. That's what I do.
Oh, yeah.
Ian, let them know I'm still available. We can't thank you enough for joining us.
I'll tweet it.
I can't thank you enough for joining us, dude. If you get just like an inkling that something might happen, please tweet it so we have something to talk about. That'd be great.
Please.
You know what I mean? Just, hey, hearing rumors that blah, blah, that would be good for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll see a special focus on the next 2 weeks when there's really nothing. I will be thinking of you guys while I'm on the golf course.
That's nice. Hopefully your game gets good enough to get invited to Tahoe. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Rappaport. Thank you, Rap Sheet. You're the man. What happened to you in the middle of that thing? You didn't like Ian?
Huh? No, I had to clean up a little mess. I had Zeke drop me off the camera for a second.
Oh, what happened?
I knocked a bunch of stuff off the left side of my table. And
You don't
water.
say.
Hell, doped up again.
That's crazy.
Did you see AJ?
Luckily, it was water, not code red this
I'm
time.
still dealing with your fucking problems over here. You hear me? Right here. Still dealing with it.
I tell you what, that figurine looks good.
This guy.
I'm glad you still present it.
Well, this guy, me and this guy got into it.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's why you brought it up.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Fuck you. This thing was prominent position.
Yeah.
This was in position A. I take a lot
Still
of
is. What do you
take
mean?
a lot of pride in the shit that's on here. Okay, it might look like complete shit, but it is in an organized, shitty fashion. All right. When AJ moved to above the 74 barbecue, that was a big day. That was
left
a
it all
big
in the
day.
Prestigious honor.
That was a big day. That's in every camera. It's in every camera. This one right here. So I thought it was incredibly well done. I put it up there and then accidentally bumped it off. And I didn't know it was going to break. I didn't try to break it. No.
I had no idea, but there was a little inkling. Oh, that thing's going up there. So
Yeah.
you just wait.
Yeah.
Clock started.
Yeah, I feel. Yeah, you're right. It was Dancing with Death for a long time.
Exactly, yeah.
Which even more so, incredible work by the person that put this together. The balance is impeccable.
Second to none.
That thing could have been a little crooked, a little shaky. It wasn't. I got attacked by the designer's friend, the figurine's friend. That I had no respect for the beautiful thing. It's like, I have more respect than you did, motherfucker. I had this thing in front of 8.5 million motherfucking people. Why don't you ever do that for your friend? No, fuck you. How about that, pal? Anyways, what's his name?
He does good work, though.
Rob Brown.
Thank you, Rob.
Bob Brown.
Hey,
Bobby
I will
Brown.
say this. I'm not mad at Bob Brown. I'm mad at his friend that was trying to come after me, but this guy does great fucking work. But it will not survive a 6-foot fall.
No, we're not.
Did you see AJ shake his head and go, "No"? When Rappaport was going, you remember when Bryson walked behind Brooks and did the eye roll? And she goes, "No, don't remember that at all."
Well, then the sup, your casual sup, is just so cool, man. You're the coolest dude.
I mean, I had to jog my memory for a second when he was talking about the Bryson and the Brooks deal.
Yeah, come on. Will you fucking get
That
back
wasn't-
to it? By the
that
way?
wasn't really out there.
Hey, you
off,
haven't had
AJ.
it. You know, you
Here we
haven't.
go.
Come on, we're back, dude.
Here we go.
Actually, you're gone. You're gone.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
geez.
Are you gone every day this week? Tuesday all the way through? What's
Yeah,
going on?
I mean, I don't. Yeah, because I'm trying to think. What's tomorrow? Tuesday? Possibly Wednesday. I could do something.
Okay, good news. So what is this, Lake Tahoe? You check in tomorrow? So Aaron's going straight from Montana to Tahoe?
Yeah, I think he's going in and out of Montana the same day, and he'll go to Tahoe tomorrow night after the match. And then, Wednesday they have like players meetings and different things and all this stuff.
Okay, so you guys have like a full check-in. Is there? Is it like at the you like walk in and there's like your name tag and you got to go to like this room and a folder and all the photos and everything. And then you got
Kind of.
Like an
Yeah, you got to get your
orientation.
passes and stuff, kind of like that. And there's like they say it's mandatory players meeting always on Wednesday night.
Man, that'd be so intimidating, I assume, for the first time going. I honestly do believe that. Have you ever been in one of these situations?
No.
I was. It is, right? It's intimidating as fuck.
When you walk in, the room is full of like 75 people, and you recognize all of them. And if you're not walking in with somebody else, you're like, all right, where do I go stand? Just hang out in the corner and try to find someone to give me a drink.
All right, I'll go fuck myself. I'm here for the après golf. All right? What are we doing here? That would be very. Go ahead, Nick.
Speaking of AJ, do you know who you're paired with yet? Is it like you and Carlton, maybe like Kid Rock?
Your buddy
Is Bob playing?
Is Kid Rock at this golf tournament?
I do not believe he is in the field.
I'd
Carlton's
assume
name
not.
is
Okay.
Alfonso, by the way. No, he's too good of a golfer. I will not be paired with him. We don't find out till later.
Kid Rock came on speaker the other day while we were on this island, and Sam was filming something. I think it was a shark or something like that. And it was on my Pandora playlist, so I'm not selecting these things. And literally, I'm sitting there, and I didn't even really know she was filming. But when I heard the song come on, I opened my eyes, I looked over, and I saw her film. I go, whoa, whoa. Cannot with Bob here. Bob is not welcome right now. Bob's gonna have to do a long conversation.
Yeah, few of them.
Bob.
AJ did tell me he really was hoping that he'd get partnered with Bill Cosby, his buddy.
Oh, is he playing?
Yeah, his buddy that just came out. Yeah. AJ actually texted me during it.
This is the worst show of all time.
Did I? Did I?
Yeah, you never text me, and you texted me like, dude, you see what happened to my best friend? He's finally free. I was like, AJ, stop texting me this
All right,
shit.
let's move along. Who are you golfing
Sounds
with?
like me. Sounds like me. Exclamation points on the text too.
No, actually, just emojis. Just like the and the emoji. All those. It was like, what the hell, dude? Fucking wild, bro.
The hell?
You got
The hell?
This is the issue when we take a break. Everyone's just got it all pent up.
Yeah. We don't need to hit
I
every
think he's
toxic
blind
thing
right
that
now.
happened.
Anyway. He can't play golf.
I didn't want to. AJ,
That's what I'm
AJ
saying.
never
No,
texted me.
No, you brought it up, then he brought it up, and then you brought it up.
I didn't bring it up. No, but
this
I mean,
has just been a
Connor-
problem.
How
This
dare
is,
you guys?
There's no way he's in the field. He can't even see right now. How could he hit a golf?
I mean, listen,
diabetes did get him.
Cosby got out of jail somehow with, 700 people saying this happened. Nobody understands how it happened. He might show up at this fucking tournament with O.J. Simpson. Cosby and O.J. might be paired up at this goddamn tournament. We'd have no idea. Why is the world the way it is? We have no clue. We don't necessarily love it, but I'm happy we did today's show. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy we did today's show.
Oh, Will Smith's gonna be there. They said.
Oh,
No.
Hey, Will Smith.
he's not.
Hey.
Will Smith?
Exactly. This is what we can't continue to do because
I hope that'd be awesome, but yeah, I don't think he's there.
What do you want to bring up the fact that Will Smith took yet another ricochet shot from Jada Pinkett Smith's pass?
No
out of
way.
nowhere?
When?
Yeah,
I missed this.
Somebody was just doing an interview.
On that
with
table
Entanglement?
show?
No, it wasn't it was another thing. Basically, Jada was asking Tupac not to beat the fuck out of Will Smith, I guess. And this somebody was doing a podcast and told the story, and then all of a sudden, Will Smith is getting his ass beat by Tupac on the internet again. I'm like, this guy does not deserve this at all. Fucking Will is my guy.
Yes.
Is that why you brought him up, Zito?
No, that's it's him, and then I see Marky Mock. Kid Rock was on this list, so he must have got replaced.
What tournament are you talking about, Z? It's a different tournament.
That is a different term, and I apologize.
What are you doing? Are you just fucking looking at random websites right now?
Just celebrities.
How do you
Travel.com.
get a different...
It was travel.com.
Google's
you got
list of
travel to
celebs.
talk. Just give me a list of celebs.
Just Google's list of celebrities.
Oh, guess who's going to be here?
Mark Wahlberg.
Who is normally there? Is it the same crew, huh? You guys are kind of like it's kind of like a set group out there, huh?
No, I mean there's like 85 people, 90 in the field. Usually they rotate out. Like there's new faces every single year, but yeah, there's some staples.
Who's
Some,
gonna
like,
win?
Romo will be there. The Curry family. So Seth is coming this year for the first time.
Mark Mulder.
Congrats,
Seth. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, and the dad. And Timberlake's coming back this year.
Del Curry can stripe a golf ball.
yeah.
Yes, he can. I played against him down in Bahamas. And obviously I ended up winning.
What's up, Del?
But Del was a hell of a golfer.
He was.
Steph playing this thing too? Yeah, Steph always does the shooting of the basketball thing towards the lake when you guys are all boozed
Oh,
up.
Oscar De La Hoya.
This is dunks.
Is Miles Teller in this thing?
Yeah, Miles is playing.
Let's go. Let's go. My
Joe
God.
Buck.
Is he all right?
I mean, Steph could win this thing. Steph gets top 10, top 5 usually.
Hey, is Miles Teller all right?
Is he all right? Yeah, I think he's fine.
All right. Good.
Haven't heard much.
I never got a follow up either. I just got a fucking burial internationally and then heard nothing after that. But happy he's all right.
So did everybody that was on the winning team get a belt, or sorry, a championship or a title?
Yeah, belts, hold up your pants, you fucking loser.
Please don't do that.
This is a championship.
I heard Sam Roberts say that all the time when I used to listen to him and Jim Norton.
This is a belt that signifies, a championship. Yeah, everybody got one.
So what do they? Oh, so they can, but you can call a belt though, if it is truly holding your pants up.
You know, that is an interesting little loophole that we'll have to find out when somebody makes pants that have belt loops that are the size of a fucking championship belt.
Yeah.
That went out. Could you imagine me pants?
Parachute pants?
That would be awesome.
The loops like attach right at your nips. Is that how-
Yeah, right here. The obvious shorts there. Yeah. All right, so if that ever happens, we got to remember that is the
championship belt.
That is the loophole.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. No, yeah, so everybody gets one. Dell was unbelievable. He played with Chris Paul. We debuted actually last week the Baha Mar Throwback Thursday full vlog in there. It was nice to take a trip back in time to the Bahamas, but Yeah,
with Scotty too. It's fun watching your videos with Scotty because Scotty has been hot in the news right now.
Okay,
knew that was coming.
Never would have guessed, dude. Never.
Well, he's got a book coming out, man. I'm trying to promote it.
He's trying to promote too, and I'm not sure a lot of people are going to buy it that I thought were associated with him. One, Phil Jackson, he's not going to buy that book.
No,
I don't think Phil or the Buss family at the Lakers are going to buy any of those books. But Scottie Pippen has gotten a chance to say his side of things now, since obviously the Last Dance painted him in a particular way that I'm sure he didn't necessarily love, or the people around him didn't love. So he's come out, he said, hey, Phil Jackson's racist. He's told Dan Patrick that. He even doubled down on it, which is crazy. I don't know Phil Jackson. I hope he's not a racist, but Scotty obviously knows him a lot better than we do. This book, though, could potentially be a burn it Dahn situation. Hey, AJ, have you looked into this? I guess you have. You wanted to talk about it. You brought it up.
No, I mean, I saw it when this happened, and but it's funny, Scotty's answer when Dan Patrick says, by saying that it was a racial move, then you're calling Phil a racist. And he says, I don't have a problem with that. Like, that's a creative way of saying yes.
Hey, you know what? This is how this is going to get out. I don't have a problem with it. Yeah. This is how people are going to take this. Yeah, all right. Sounds good.
Hey, he's selling books, though. Like,
I bet
will
this
definitely
book
sell books.
will do pretty well.
Do books do well?
I think so. I mean,
when you're calling Phil Jackson racist, now everyone wants to find out. Like, oh, okay, then let me see if you wrote anything in there that actually, credits that.
Will they ever make the Scottie Pippen book that he's releasing here into a movie? Because that'd be nice for guys like me. I'd like to fucking see this.
They might.
The good thing about this world is people will read it and they'll pull out the important parts and they'll tweet it and then we'll talk about it.
No, see, that's the issue though, because then we got to trust the people that are pulling that out. And I had a big, I was on some deep dope out there, staring into the deep ocean out there, and I started thinking about everything. About the, because when you don't have TV and you're just kind of staring at the ocean, you start thinking about everything. All those little snippets that I potentially see for some stuff, not all the stuff.
No,
just some.
Just some of the stuff. That has to be selected. Literally everything we see is some sort of bias by the person that is collecting it. Now, it might be not on purpose, or it might be accidental, or it might be planned. But everything is, it can possibly be the truth and withhold so much information that it's not an accurate depiction of what the overall context is, and that's the world we live in or whatever. But when you talk about like that Rachel Nichols clip that went around the internet, I'm like, so there has to be more, right? Like, how come this? I didn't hear hello or goodbye there. I didn't hear any sign. So why was this particular part taken? What is the other? Like, that just kind of happens with everything. I think that's kind of.
Why was she having that kind of conversation with LeBron's agent?
Yeah, and I can't believe we heard about it 2 times. I told you, I told the show this in the first hour, but a lot of people probably weren't listening, and you weren't here, AJ. That was like a secret that wasn't. I guess since it was real, it would be considered a terribly kept secret, right?
Oh yeah.
That would be a terribly kept secret. We had heard about this a couple times. At the beginning, we didn't know that it involved Maria or Rachel Nichols. We did not know. And then, like, a couple months later passed, it got brought up. It's like, oh no, it's Rachel Nichols. So we followed up with, so this thing does exist. Like, this thing must exist. It was all fodder around the office because we'd hear it from people who were potentially, and then it disappeared for so long. It came back. It's like, oh shit, this was real. So was everything we were hearing then about this conversation real? Because if that's the case, I think there's potentially more. Or
how did it get out?
I don't know. That's
because this was last year.
That's what I'm talking about. The reason why we had heard about it is because of the way that it was, so it was just I think there's a lot more to this. There's a lot, I think, and I don't know if the New York Times article.
Yeah, the New York Times article said that like the way it was recorded went out to like a bunch of people at ESPN, like that was just part of their like normal workflow, like it wasn't planned or anything, obviously, but so that, like, a bunch of people have access to it. So a lot of people knew it.
How did it make it this long? That makes me think, like, how did it knock it out before this?
We thought it was fake. Yeah. We were just like, it must have been a bullshit thing or whatever. You know what I mean?
We got to wait till we hear from Wendy. Wendy knows all.
Hey, Windhorse Will, he actually is the
and if ESPN offered Maria Taylor $5 million a year and she said no, there has to be a deeper story to this too.
They said now it's down to 2 to 3 a year. They dropped it.
Oh, so that'll
So
help.
they asked her to take a
Interesting
50%.
tactic.
I guess they offered her 5. That who knows if it's true or not. I think one of the media guys, those guys that report on the media, they said they offered her 5 last year or whenever. She said no, and now the offer is at 2 to 3 mil.
Listen, I'm a fan of Maria, big fan. I think they should give her all the jobs, do what she got to do. But that conversation, obviously, incredibly alarming, and I assume that there is a lot of other shit that's going to follow suit potentially. I don't know, unless it was a one-time anomaly type situation. I feel like there's a chance all that's going to go on. Let's talk about your golf game, can we? Though, AJ, before you try to get toxically out of there, can we talk about your golf game?
Sure, why not?
Are you going to get on TV one time during this thing?
Probably not.
What the fuck? Oh, why? You're just going out to
Maybe. I mean, I'm gonna have to chip one in from a bunker, get a hole in one or something like that.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're never going to be.
Yeah, you're not gonna hit a hole in
But I
one this
plan
weekend.
on striping it. I plan on playing well.
Good plan. Have you been hitting it out of your pocket?
I played once. I played one round this year. I played with Pistol and my brother for this Father's Day deal. We finally got situated. And you know what? I probably lost 12 balls off the tee, but other than that, I played pretty well.
Okay. All right. That's
There
good
we
news.
go.
Because in this particular tournament, you have to count all those, right?
Yes. So what I'm saying is, if I straighten out that driver, the sky's the limit, man.
How's your putting? You got good hands down there?
Pretty bad. I mean, I got good hands around the green. My putting's pretty poor.
Custom putter.
Do you do the
when it matters? Because when it matters out there, and you're like, okay, here we go. 2 putt to get a bogey, so that I get no negative points. You just want to stay away from doubles. 2 putt and everything is tough out there, man.
Fast.
There's they're fast, but the greens are there's levels to it too. So if you're down to the bottom shelf and the pin's up top, good luck. 2 putting you're really good if you do.
I want to let you know that I feel like my golf game is rapidly improving.
Ooh.
I had a putter all week on that island. My wife.
No TV.
My wife brought me.
When it doesn't matter, who cares how well you putt when it doesn't matter? That's like some old fat
What,
guy in his
dude?
office putting into the little machine. Like, I'm really good now.
Listen, maybe for you or for somebody else, I want to let you know every putt I made on that island was for $20 million. Every single one. I have the ability, I learned it working with Vinatieri. I have the ability to potentially put myself in a place that it is just, happy place. The happy land. What is that?
Happy place.
Happy. I'm able to go into a place, I think I've been able to keep this, which is amazing, to be honest. That's why I'm so upset about that crossbar. But the putting, every single one, pal, was for 49th place at a Champions Tour for $20 million. Every single one on that island, dude. I'm getting there. I hope I get invited to this Tahoe tourney one time. You and I are partners, and we get to play one straight through 18.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for at some point.
You'll back out at the last second like you did last time.
Whoa.
I mean, they called your name at the Players. That's how late you backed out.
No.
They called you because they always call your name for the first time players. So, here's our first time people. Boom, boom, boom. Pat McAfee, and I'm looking around like, did he make it? No. I sent him a text. Couldn't do it, bud.
I was so bad at golf at that time. I really was.
It doesn't matter. I put 3 horrible rounds together last year, and I went in, I was like, man, I feel good. I'm going to play great. And I never figured out how to hit a golf ball the whole tournament.
People are taking it serious, though, aren't they?
Yeah, people definitely take it serious. Yeah, I mean, I take it serious, believe it or not. I mean, I have fun, but I don't get mad at myself and talking to third person. Like, oh, come on, AJ. I'm never going to do that.
He's tackling.
Yeah, tackling fans.
Yeah, he's fixing.
It's back.
Did you like that good pop there that you got for tackling the fans in the middle of the rap report?
That was
So
awesome.
corny.
Us?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
We can't wait to watch you, dude.
Yeah.
You get a chance, you know what I mean? As that fan is just jogging by. Ah, bang! We're back. Forehead to jaw, kill you. CTE City on a golf course. Let's go, dude. I'm pumped for it. Are you gonna lift? Are you gonna lift this? Are you gonna?
I don't think it's going to happen. That always happens on Thursday, the Pro-Am day, and I tee off early in the morning. I don't know if those guys will even be there yet.
Oh, they'll be.
Don't worry,
We need
they'll
a
find
bird
you.
call. We need a hawk bird call.
Mm-hmm.
Stooge who gets tackled every year at Tahoe. Let's put on a good performance this year. Thursday, early morning tee time for the guy.
Go get him.
Get him around 11 or 12th hole. Is that probably the right spot? 11 or 12, you'd be loose?
It's the 7th hole, the same one every year.
Okay.
Oh, so they actually build you like a little Oklahoma drill. You
They
have like-
post up, yeah. They post. They started with just real organic. Then all of a sudden, they started a company. They had a tent next to the tee, and then it became a thing. And they have a bunch of
You
people.
have to do it.
Okay.
Here we go.
So you are.
So you're just
What are we-
tackling fans into the pond all day.
No, just one. No, they're all there to support me tackling the one same guy.
Come see the human whacking guy. That is that what it is? Seventh hole?
Yeah, that's how it's. Yeah,
There's
it's always right on that tee.
bleachers. There's bleachers for this thing, or is there people?
No, it's just seventh hole is weird. It's like back in the woods, and for whatever reason, this group of people have always hung out there and kind of heckled people. And so that's where I originally tackled them. So they're always back at that exact same spot.
Oh my god!
No.
But it's grown. Like their whole everything that they do is grown. It's funny too watching them. It's almost like we've watched them grow up over the years too. I've probably been there for 10 years. So now they're getting older and they're like becoming adults as well. It's funny.
Is this why you train? Do you feel like you're like an American gladiator? Like this is your pros versus Joes experience once a year? Because what if the guy you tackle? What if one year he decides to become a fucking monster?
Yeah.
He's like, you know what?
He is. That's what I've said. That he's bigger than me. He's definitely probably stronger than me. So that's why originally I had to hit him pretty good because I was like, this guy, if he drops his shoulder, he's going to get me.
So that's why you work out every morning 5 a.m. is because of this one guy. Does this guy know that? Like, I wonder if this guy knows that. That's like
He's awesome. I like him. No, that's not why I work out. No.
Yeah,
but it is.
If some guy on the seventh hole at Lake Tahoe fucking gives you a
Oh, man.
oh my god, your life would be over. That would be the most devastating thing to ever happen to an AJ Hawk, I'd assume, right?
Yeah. I mean, it'd be. I think I could laugh at it.
Oh, I don't think so.
20 years later, maybe.
I don't think that's the guy right there.
That's the dude. Yeah.
He's a big son of a bitch. Holy shit! I mean, he's waiting for you to stop ringing it
Dave
one time.
Batista?
Yeah, for real.
Did you have Dahn Batista?
Holy
out there?
shit, that's him.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So is he waiting on you? You think to lose a step? Is that why you train so hard?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I don't know what the rules are now. I don't know post-COVID or
This
pre-COVID,
guy doesn't care.
in the middle of it.
We're back. This guy doesn't live by rules.
This guy does not care about the COVID rules. He got vaccinated for this. He actually right there on that arm. Got right through the barbed wire, the thick one. I need to get fucking tackled.
I'm
by
saying
AJ Hawk.
I don't know what the protocols will be like through NBC and the tournament, American Century, and all that.
Oh, you think NBC? You're
I don't know
telling
if they'll let
me
me,
that Jim
if they'll
Nance
want
is
me
going
to
to
do
tell you you can't fucking do it?
No way.
Jim Nance. You said Jim Nance? Yeah. Tony's going to get up in the booth since it's CBS.
Who's that? Mike Tirico? Mike Tirico's telling you, that's that guy we just saw?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Humans look a lot different when they're on her back.
Yeah, that's what AJ says. You're not too tall whenever you're laying
I'm
flat
surprised
on
I
your
didn't
back.
fall flat. I didn't fall on my face there. Look, I somehow
forward
did
leg.
good
Balance.
Hey, very athletic, but you are doing exactly what I said earlier. You're a big dumbass.
You could draw a line from like the crown of my head straight. What a great damn.
Does he jump at all? Does he have to run a route? What is it? He just
Hopefully
runs?
not. Well, we've done it all different ways. We've had that year. Maybe he had his buddy who was like a college quarterback throw him a high ball and expose his ribs, and I got the ball.
Nice.
Very nice of you.
Good buddy.
Very nice of you. Why don't we do it like a spine buster, maybe? Like a.
I mean, this dude probably weighs 20 pounds more than me.
So
You work out, don't you?
Yeah. So what? He's gonna like. What's a spine buster? I'm gonna tackle him and pick him up and twirl him around and drop him.
Bingo. You just described
You
it.
nailed
Spine
it.
buster.
Surprised they don't bring out a tackling pad, AJ.
For what?
Like for you to tackle him onto instead of the ground.
No. Then you don't get the loud reverberation through the earth.
reverberate.
But you see those trees, man. It's fun. It's like a magical environment.
All right, let's go to some phone calls. Hey, we can't wait for the video of you tackling
Go get him, Hawk.
that Batista-looking guy. Hopefully, old Nance lets you do it. Let's go to Zach in Florida. What's going on, Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on, man? You
guys hear me?
Yeah, you sound great, Zach. What part of Florida are you in?
I live in West Palm Beach.
Oh no, is that where?
Hang up, quick, quick.
Boy.
Is that where?
I believe.
Guy's lying. Oh yeah.
I don't know
Holy
anything
shit.
about hurricanes, but I believe Elsa is going towards
He's
like
lying.
the Gulf Coast, maybe.
not.
Zach, sorry, hold on,
I have
Zach.
It's just lying.
Zach, we just sorry.
He's in the past.
Zach, we have not listened. We are so sorry. I was just down in that area down there, and we were actually we were in that funnel We were in the funnel of the hurricane. It was very scary, but then we talked to the locals. You guys kind of like, it got downgraded to a tropical storm, and then now I think it's down. That's kind of just a part of life down there, though, isn't it, Zach?
Yes, I've lived in West Palm Beach for like 3 years, and all I can tell is that whenever the hurricanes come, it's all lies. Like, they come, and then the next day the hurricane wakes up and goes a different direction. I mean, I'm no weather guy, but this happens every year. It happened last year. I had to look after all my brother's dogs and like my niece and stuff like that. And then the hurricane was just on the Bahamas last year. I'm just going with it. Listen, I got to do what I got to do for family, and then that's what it is. Yeah.
Hero, Zach, absolutely.
Baby Zach.
The people, though, that I got the chance to speak to that have lived down there for their entire lives, like, you just can't watch the news. That you read the update and then you just don't listen to the people talking about it because they are going to get you to think that you are going to be dead. And then that happens like 3, 4, 5 weeks in a row. And then all of a sudden you just don't. And then it could happen. You hear that it could happen. You pack up, you're ready for it if you need it. But I guess down there, the news is very like, you need to find shelter quick.
Fear-mongering.
And then people go.
Oh, no, you nailed it to a T. Like, the Southerners who have been here for a while will tell you, like, hey, like, the hurricanes might just turn one way or another. But, of course, the New Yorkers like me who moved down to Florida for a new life get real preoccupied and paranoid.
Oh, yeah.
New York and West Palm? Who you chasing?
I live in West Palm Beach, yeah.
All right, Zach, what do you want to talk about, man?
Well, I initially had a question about the Olympics, but you guys covered it. But I have a very interesting take on you and on AJ that I've been like curious about for so long. If you guys don't mind me asking,
Zach, we'd love to have you ask a question. Yeah, AJ actually had one for you though, Zach.
Do you guys want AJ? Do you want to ask your question first? Or you want
no,
me
you
to
go, bud. You got it.
Okay, so all right, so I've been looking at AJ and Pat's like measurables and just trying to compare them too. So I'm genuinely curious, and when I ask this question, I think you could preface it in 3 different contexts. What exactly would happen if Pat and AJ went up against each other in a Oklahoma drill? And
thank you, Zach.
Where are the other?
I'm not listening.
You didn't let him finish. 3 different contexts.
I'm not. I can't. We did it. We're gone. We're done. Shout out, Zach. At this point, with your knees, how do you think you fared?
You would kill me for sure.
No. I would never in a million years stand in a face-to-face situation with AJ Hawk on the other side. I would like to let everybody know that is something that I like to do a lot of things. I mean, I was swimming with the sharks last week. Okay, I was swimming with the goddamn sharks.
The nurse shark? What was that?
It was. I didn't watch Shark Week enough. Okay, I can't dissect which zoologist shark it was, but I was told a lot of them out there. I saw a lot of fins. Hey.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of this. I saw a lot of that, dude. I just want to let you know, I did a backflip right into it. I would do a lot of skydive. I would never in a million years. Maybe whenever you become like wheelchair guy, which is going to happen, I think, without my knee surgeries. I think I would.
I hope it's from knee surgeries and not brain injury.
Well, whatever the case. But if somebody had to wheel you, I would come in. I'd come.
I would respect that move.
I'd come flying over. But other than that, I would never in a million years. Just look at the head on
never.
it.
Why would we ever? Unless we were filming like an episode of the new American Gladiators. Like, there's no reason we would never do anything.
Yeah, just quick heads up too. I would never sign up for the show if that was potentially.
We would the joust in the Powerball, or is it the Powerball where they just annihilate those people trying to dump the balls in the bucket?
Yep. So you've obviously heard I've pitched a lot of people trying to bring it back. I think I should host an adult American Gladiator. You should host with me, actually. It was supposed to be we're going to do it ourselves. Should that not exist right now on some streaming platform, an adult American?
Everybody's looking for some kind of content. That'd be awesome.
Awesome. And if we get some specimens of athletes out there, and then you get there's a lot of people that are into fitness now too that think they could probably come out there. Yes. There's going to be some real the big ass swings too we get in there.
Because there's the Ninja Warrior people, there's CrossFit people, there's parkour people, all of this. Like, they all would do well.
Yeah, and I think we should be able to react like naturally, like, oh shit! Like, I think there should be a full thing.
That's how you solve the NIL situation. Once they don't make it, they then come to the Gladiator show and compete on that.
Hey, I want to let you know, we're only going to have 6 probably. And once they lose, they're out, by the way.
Forever.
This is a Navy SEALs type situation.
Yeah.
We need the elite of the elite retired athlete, whatever you're doing. That'd be awesome. Because those little cylinders, that ball, you know, where you have to get it in the cylinder, somebody's in there. Imagine imagine Pac-Man Jones being in there.
Oh,
Boogs.
Oh, Rick Boogs.
James Harrison still works out.
James Harrison in one of those things.
You gonna operate the tennis ball machine gun turret?
Jeez, we'll probably get
jousting. You want to joust James Harrison up there on those platforms? No.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it? I mean, that would be so much fun.
Not to do that. No, to watch that. Yes.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, we're not signing up for that. No way. People used to get fucking bodied on that.
Oh, big time.
Mike Adamle, right? Wasn't he the host?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, he's good. With Zonka, right?
Yeah. I'm not that.
But then they brought it back
Larry
with
was there.
Hulk Hogan and Layla Ali.
Larry? How'd it do?
Unfortunately, it's not around. It was like a year, wasn't it?
That's a shame. We need to get that back.
Theismann was the coach or was the host with Adamle for a little bit.
There it was. That was it.
Zonka. Yeah.
Man, that show was a good one. Terrible lighting in that thing. Remember how it just was terribly lit? I remember
When they rebooted, actually, one of the gladiators was, I think, one of AJ's favorites, former MMA fighter Gina Carano.
Really?
Oh, Gina.
Yeah, she's an actress, right?
Very good, yeah.
Why is she one of my favorites, Nick?
Let's go to Vinny. Hey, you guys can have your conversation elsewhere.
I'm just curious.
All right, well, you know.
I know she's working with Ben Shapiro now, but why does that make her one of my favorites?
Okay. So I don't know who this person is, but I did hear Zito in my ear goes, "Whoa!" So I don't know what exactly we're alluding to, but shout out to you two. Fucking somehow hundreds of miles away in 3 different rooms now at this point. Unbelievable.
Despicable.
Work. Let's go to Vinny in Milwaukee. Hey, Bucks.
Hey, go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
Hey, go Bucks, Vinny.
Let's go Bucks.
Bucks and 4.
What's up, boy?
Let's go, Stags.
Bucks and 6.
Yeah, Bucks and 6. All right, what do you want to talk about, Vinny?
Well, I want to talk about my Bucks, of course, but first of all, I want to talk about the Euros. Shout out to Tone, my fellow Italian.
It's coming home, baby.
Hey, it's
not coming home to England. It's coming back to Italy.
Yeah, I don't think so, pal.
Vinny,
it's definitely going to Italy. It's not coming home to England. Sorry to say.
You guys are
all right, Vinny. Thank you for your call, Vinny. The Bucks are
England
going.
looks pretty good to me.
Hey, it might be coming home. I will say this: we thought for a while that it left the house, said I'm going down to Mart, never came back. We thought it potentially not only hopped on a bus, but then hopped on a boat, which then led to a plane to go elsewhere, and it was never coming home. It felt like it was never, ever, ever coming home. It felt like it was running around all around town except for England town. It felt like it was never coming home. Watching that team play soccer, it feels like it might come home, huh, Gumpy? It might be coming home right now, huh?
We got Harry Kane banging goals in now, too. I mean, that is just the cherry on the top. It's coming home.
Harry Kane seems to be playing well. Diggs and the Italians could, and Gumpy told me this yesterday, we could lead to a collision course of the Italians versus the English in the Euros finals. Is that right?
Absolutely.
And that would be huge for Hammer Down, I assume.
Yeah.
Diggs, you bet against the Italians the first game
That's right.
of this entire thing.
Betting versus Phantom's very different. You know that.
play
I mean,
Turkey?
what are we going to crown for beating the Ukraine? The Ukraine is weak, okay?
Whoa, jeez.
What about Italy? How you guys?
Say it to their face, Diggs.
He just tried. I don't know if they're watching. He just tried.
I would
it.
never, AJ.
Smart.
Hey, so wait.
Is Italy worth a fuck?
Yeah, Italy's looked incredible. They've looked the best in the entire tournament.
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
Here we go.
It's coming home, baby.
Okay.
Let's go.
Either way,
Well,
really.
watch the game. Gump, which game? Who was England playing when I texted you afterwards?
When they beat Germany or when they beat Ukraine?
Oh no, the Germany game I watched. That was awesome because Harry Kane scored the second goal in that one, right?
Yeah, and then he had 2 in his last one. Harry Kane's got 3 in the last 2 games.
It felt good for him because they were. I don't know much about it, but I just happened to watch it. And I just I'm amazed at how skilled these dudes are, like how good they are. But they were talking like how Harry Kane was. They saying he's like old, he's lost a step or something.
He just hadn't scored in the tournament. He's only 30, but he had looked terrible. He had no touches or anything.
But he was in the original FIFA too.
Oh yeah,
this guy, he's been around, right? He's been a pretty popular character for a long time now.
Oh yeah,
Harry Kane is somebody that like outside of the soccer world knows. He's been around a long time. Right?
Is this not the? Are we? This isn't the CONCACAF Cup we're watching?
What is okay, so this is the Euros. But to that point, great transition by A.J. Hawk, legendary American football player in football transition. There's another tournament happening right now, electrifying. Yeah. It's happening down in the Central and South America. The Copa
America.
It is. Hey, I was watching, I think, Argentina, Uruguay, Colombia. Who else did I see? They're flying around. That style of soccer, very, very different. There's no fans, though. What's going on?
So their semis are tonight and tomorrow. We get Brazil, Argentina final in that.
Here we go. It was supposed to be in Argentina, but then I think there was COVID issues, so they moved it to Brazil like 2 weeks before the tournament.
It is. They're flying the
fuck. Wait, aren't all the stars playing in this other one?
No. Because
Messi.
Messi, the guy who just completed a $674 million deal. Okay. $674 million deal. He's playing in this for Argentina, and it's a very different style of soccer. I mean, it's very attacking. The drama is ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, there is chirping. The ref is chirping back. There's flopping everywhere. They're flying around. It is attacking, though. It is a lot. It's been very cool. It was kind of a cool thing to watch.
I hate to cut you off with the flopping. So before, like, people want to get mad at them flopping. Are they the majority of the time that these guys flop when it's obviously fake? They're not really hurt and they grab their foot or whatever. Are they just doing that to give the other guys, like their own players, a break? Like our football players, like, hey man, get down. One of your D linemen lays down.
Anytime a penalty happens, it's good for the soccer team. Anytime a goal is scored, it's good for the soccer team. Anytime there's a pause in action, it's good for the soccer team. The flopping, though, I have not watched soccer since I played soccer. The flopping has really become every single.
So
anytime there's interaction, anytime someone tries to steal the ball.
The Italy guy was rolling on the ground, and then they put it in the net, and he hopped back up right away.
It's almost like in hockey how anytime somebody's in front of the goalie, there's a little bit of a scrum. Mm-hmm. Soccer has gotten to the point, though, especially in this Copa, which is very fun to watch. It is very high-paced. They're attacking a lot. It's a cool thing. But it's anytime there is a potential even close to, there's a full fall, roll, ref interaction, full dramatic, the whole thing. I mean, it has definitely changed the game, I think, the whole flow of it. It's smart. I mean, you're getting calls and rests, I guess. But
I think they thought VAR would stop it, but it has not helped at all.
VAR stinks down in the Copa Cup, too? I thought it was just in Europe it stunk.
It stinks everywhere. Brazil, Peru is tonight in the first semifinal.
Who is it, a person that does VAR?
So they started, it was all like up top, but now the refs go and look at the screen, so the ref decides whether it's a penalty or not.
Huh.
Yeah.
They need to get a bigger screen. So small.
Hey, but when the guy goes down and he starts grabbing his foot or his leg, and it's usually the wrong leg, does the ref start his watch as that's this extra time because we don't have a real clock in this game?
Hey, bad sell. Yeah, it's just kind of a thought up. Like, it feels like 2-3 minutes for me.
Oh, really? It's not it's not one guy with a clock?
No, it's supposed to be just like the refs feel.
Oh my! That dude has a lot of power.
Yeah, that's one ref, right? That's just on the side, just doing that.
No, I think it's the main ref.
The main ref stops his watch.
Who tells the?
Yeah, and the main ref is telling the. Yeah, okay. That's why they have the Britney Spears free Britney.
Free Britney. Come on.
Didn't happen, by the way. She did not get free.
No.
How's that happen? What happens? How's that going? What's going on over there? I don't know enough about it.
Me either.
Let's go to Ed in Pennsylvania. Let's go to Ed. That was smart of us.
I don't know.
Hello.
What's going on, Ed? I mean, we just had a very mature decision that was made in this studio right off a break. I mean, I'm very proud of us right now. Let's go. Ed, what do you want to talk about?
Pat, AJ, boys, Pat, glad you guys had a good vacation. It was a long week without you guys, but I'll be quick. I'll get in, I'll get out. With the Bucks in the finals, I really think Aaron Rodgers is going to settle his dispute with the Packers so he can go to the Bucks games and not have the fans completely just turn on him.
Oh, I didn't even think about him being by the way, he's going to be Fitzgerald or Aaron Rodgers.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey, who's getting an NBA ring, huh? Mm-hmm. It's going to be Aaron, going to be Fitz, huh? Businessman. Got some ownership in these teams in the finals in Phoenix and in Milwaukee. Aaron, he does go to those games,
Oh, yeah.
He is there. He's an active owner.
Chugging.
He's a fan of the Bucks. I believe he tweets about the Bucks every time they win. I think he's actual fan of the Bucks. What's going to happen? Is he going to go to a game, get a suite maybe, lock it down?
Yeah.
What's he going to do? AJ?
No, don't you think if he does actually go to a game, he's going to sit courtside like he normally does?
Yeah, you got to have feet on the wood.
That's right.
To Ed's point there, I assume a lot of Bucks fans are going to be like, hey, this is fun, isn't it?
Come on, Raj.
Huh?
Here we go.
We're going to go out there drinking beer right here in Wisconsin.
You should ask him if he's going to be grabbing crotches when they celebrate like Ballmer was doing.
So I was this close on SmackDown.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but it was such a big moment. So Edge, Edge had that lock. It was a submission on Jimmy Uso or whatever. And I was going to say that I didn't think I could see a better submission move than Ballmer's thigh grab. And here we are with Edge. And that was literally like, it made its way from my brain to like emotion level that was like, oh yeah, to about right here. Oh my God, this is a massive moment. No way, don't do that. So then I had to back off. So I was that close for the Ballmer thigh grab. Oh, I wish I would have done it. But what the fuck was that? That was when we were on vacation. What happened? That was at the beginning of the
Just
show.
excited, man. Just dudes being dudes, right?
That was his go-to.
Yeah.
Just
Crazy man.
Hey, who are those guys? Like, hopefully they don't work for him. Someone's going to be like, oh,
they
that's
do.
he's the boss.
They have to work for him.
They do.
Hey, if they don't work for him, that's even
Makes it worse.
That's why he's got a new owner of the Clippers.
I can't imagine that guy at a nude Bill Gates strip
That's what I used to be doing at the
kidding
Bill.
me?
Oh my God.
Jeez.
If he's doing that at a basketball game, what's that guy doing when there's not a camera in his face? Holy shit.
It's a valid question.
Pretty cool. Oh my God. Okay, all right. Okay. But
The guy's grabbing his hand like, all right, easy, bro. Easy.
by the way, why does he always go? The head went straight down.
Why doesn't he do like a chest or something?
Hey, sometimes I guess you just lose your mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would then end up losing the series, which is tough. I mean,
Absolute psychopath.
yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
That guy.
This guy. Good for him, though.
Good for him getting that excited about anything.
They're gonna stink for the next 5 years.
Hey, I don't think you should get that excited. I mean,
I'm not saying you got to grab dongs, but I'm saying just to be that
Space.
to be that juice that you just got to freak out.
All right. That's the show for today. This is a good roll. This is a good roll into tomorrow. We weren't live on Sirius today, so I have no idea what we do tomorrow. We just hop right back in. Right?
Oh yeah. Just right back.
Hey, who did the show? Did anyone check on the channel?
All right,
what
thanks,
was going on?
thanks for bringing this up, actually. Thanks for bringing this up, because we did talk about this. I talked about it. What happens, okay, this is one of those staring out the ocean, because I had thought about this. What happened, it was Tom Pelissero, I believe, and then at one point on Friday, I think it was Schwartz and somebody else. I don't know who it was. What happens if somebody says something on the show that is fucking terrible? Will that say via the Pat McAfee show last week? I thought about that for a good maybe hour to two. Like, what are they saying? Is that via? And how does that work going forward? Do we just tell people like, hey, just name it after them, or do we have a complaint there to be? I don't know. It was uncomfortable. I didn't love it. And did they say welcome to the Pat McAfee show?
Yeah.
That's weird.
But I'm telling Pelissero.
Yeah, because I feel bad for Tom. It's awkward. It's uncomfortable. And now I'm directly associated with whatever Tom has to do.
Yeah.
How do we change that? Can you change that?
Can you just ask Sirius? Like, hey, by the way, can we just, when we're not on, can we just switch the name real quick? It wouldn't really.
Yeah, but am I is this that abnormal? I don't know. Is it that abnormal?
Well, no, there's people guest host all the time for people when they go out of town, but I guess because it's the Pat McAfee show and it's not called something else like, Kicks and Ricks. If it was called something like that, then your name's not
Kicks and Ricks.
Hang time with Pat, if that's what it was called. I don't know. I found that pretty, I don't know. Yeah. I'm sure they did a great job, though. I mean, Tom's a Rolodex of every memo the NFL has ever put out.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. Who else was it? Do we know?
Well, I saw
It was Linda Cohen. I saw.
Okay, so see,
in good
I'm
hands.
100% cool with Linda Cohn potentially driving the ship, but I wish they would let that be called the Linda Cohn show. You know what I mean? Like, can we not
More
just...
pop
But then people can be like, Linda Cohn has a show now. Oh, did she kick Pat off the air?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
It's very. I just pulled it up on my phone. This is what it shows like for the show right now. So it says your name clearly on it and what they're talking about.
Can we play this show?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, technically, it's my show. My fucking name's on it.
Oh, yeah.
But the whole time, people in Wisconsin, look, Wisconsin is a football state. I mean, basketball is great. It's going good. I mean, they have a nice atmosphere. I love seeing the energy at the arena. But it's about the Packers when it comes to Wisconsin. And I'm looking at, this win total. I'm saying, is 9 wins too few?
Who is this?
Or should I just say, take the over and think that Aaron Rodgers is going to come back for one more season? Well, what do I do, Jeff? I lean on you when it comes to some of the expertise from me if I drop a couple of coins on something like this.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's been adjusted to tell you that they don't think Rodgers is going to play this season. And I just don't see that happening. I think Rodgers plays. Him sitting out does not...
He's torn up.
Not sure.
Organization, right? He was that was bad. The Packers have made the NCAA 2 years in a row, and I know that he's upset with the way the management has treated him, or
Yeah, that's Jeff Schwartz. I don't know who the other guy is.
thoughts or feelings on anything, but that's sort of kind of the NFL, right? Like ownership. How often do they really take our opinions and run with it? But I think more than anything else, the Packers don't have to move him. I think people feel the Packers they get the most value for him this year.
Thank you. It's a good show. All right. I feel good about it. I don't know who that other guy was. And the only reason why I knew it was Jeff is because he said, Jeff, I'll ask you about this.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Jeff and whoever's hosting.
Shout out. Thank you, guys. Boys.
Appreciate you guys. All right. We should answer these two. Noah, Wisconsin. Hey, is that right?
You could get some answers. You know that, though, right? You say, you have all these meetings and calls all the time. You could get an answer pretty quickly on the whole channel situation. Ask your agent. He would know.
Yeah, but what you just did there, you have no idea the conversations I'm a part of. If I was to ask that question, that would be a wild. Hey, these are dumb conversations, by the way. I was on a dock in the middle of the fucking Keys or whatever, all by myself, talking to somebody. I was like, this is so stupid. Hey, Sam, look at this. Dumbest life of all time. Dumbest life of all time. I appreciate it. And I have an entire rash all over my fucking body. This is great. Hey, Noah, is Wisconsin a football state, or are they coming around maybe because the Bucks are in the finals?
I would definitely call it a football state, but I got to tell you, the hype around the Bucks is real right now. It's kind of rough when you got some terrible cities out here like Milwaukee and Madison, but it is what it is.
Jeez, dude.
What do you want to talk about, dude?
That's what ESPN said, not me, man. Remember the Stephen A. thing? Anyway.
Yeah, he did say that. He actually took an entire shot. They said the city sucks or something like that. It does not. Milwaukee's a great city.
Great city.
Hey, you're chugging beers over there too.
Love Milwaukee.
Everybody's chugging beers.
Looking to add to the ESPN slander. Anyway, got a couple things for you guys. First of all, I want to extend a thank you to AJ. I was at Packer training camp early in my life one year, and you were signing autographs. It was after the session. They said you'd sign one more, so I was kind of getting jostled around in the crowd, and you actually happened to pull me to the front and sign my jersey.
Let's go!
Superhero.
Hanging up in my apartment.
Of course he did.
Appreciate that. Wanted to take this opportunity to thank you. Also, Pat, I had a question for you. I also have a Rodgers stake. I wanted to get your thoughts. I don't know if you've seen, but Devontae Adams and Derek Carr have been very, very active on social media about they really want to play together. They're boys from college. So it seems like, especially with Rodgers being disgruntled, and all the media noise every offseason about whether or not Gruden's committed to Derek Carr, to me, the answer to keep all parties happy is to trade Rodgers to the Raiders for Derek Carr, and then we could still have something to entice Adams to stay. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Great question, Noah. I appreciate you. I assume him and Derek are friends. I just also assume he's 100% okay with Aaron Rodgers remaining his quarterback.
Yeah.
I would think. Derek, great player. Hey, he came back from a ripped groin in prime time, in 10 days almost. It was unbelievable. He's won over there. We didn't know if his future was certain in Las Vegas, especially because the way that thing popped off the bone, it looked like, whenever he was rolling right. But he's a hell. They win a lot of games.
Yeah.
But This is Aaron Rodgers we're talking about here. I understand Devontae and Derek went to college together. They're friends. By the way, I saw Derek Carr on Hard Knocks. Looks like a cool guy.
Yeah.
I assume everybody likes him. Devontae knows, though, what's going on here. It's not like Devontae's going to hit free agency and they're going to say, you know what, we're going to bring in Derek Carr. You want to stay? Devontae's going to go, okay, I'll take less. I'll do that. Devontae's going to go listen to who has to say something. But I do like the fact that Devontae has come out on Derek's side because normally Derek gets dogged in all these situations.
Well, and it's all a moot point because Derek Carr said that, hey, guess what? If the Raiders want to get rid of me, like I'm not playing anymore else. I'll retire a Raider.
I forgot about that.
Doing it.
So Devontae would have to go to Las Vegas then.
Yeah.
And Aaron would potentially go somewhere else. Who knows?
We'll see.
AJ, have you asked what's going on? Because you've had to be in contact with Aaron, right? I mean, he's had to have.
Gonna see him in
'cause
Tahoe.
He knows his schedule. He knows when he's going out to Tahoe.
Going in and out.
Exactly. They're
Yeah.
rooming together for sure.
What have you heard? Is there any updates on anything, or is it strictly golf talk?
I don't think there's updates on anything from any side, really, it seems like.
So are you just doing golf talk? You like, see you on the 19th hole. Hell. Is that what you are?
Yeah. Telling like terrible old dad golf jokes. Yeah. That's what
Hey,
we do.
Aaron, what are we doing this week? Hunting birdies? Hey, get the shotgun ready. We're looking for birds. Is that what you guys are doing out there? Is that the conversation you're having with them? How is it not just drift into like, what's going on? Are you good? I don't know how you do it. I have no idea how you do it. It's huge.
No, I can do that a lot easier when if you're in person with somebody. I don't. That's not something I want to get into like over a phone call or text with people. Are you gonna break him too? Is that guy gonna be pissed at you?
So you're slow playing it, AJ.
This is this is only 190 at 360. We should not break this. It's from Foco.
It's a goddamn collector's item.
Foco here. A little Foco action.
Yeah, don't break that one.
All right, I won't, dude.
So that's his that's his outfit from the luncheon that they do every year, where he always dresses up in something different. That's definitely getting broken.
That was so fucked up of me. I should
just knocked my old mangled
AJ's
statue
corpse
down.
sitting at my foot.
Shattered into
That
20
thing
more
is
pieces.
beyond repair now.
Unrecognizable.
Now Pat's gonna get another fight with this dude on Twitter tonight.
Yeah, by the way, that's why I did it. That was a callback. All right. Fuck it. I will keep the head, the torso, though. We'll keep the torso.
Have to.
Torso is sticking around with the helmet and the hair. So we still got that jumpy. Can you pick that up? It's right by your right foot there.
Oh, don't crunch
Just
it.
roll it over.
Yeah, don't step on
Just
it.
rolled it over.
Hey, also though, don't you think it, like that caller said, if Aaron gets traded to the Raiders, Derek comes to the Packers, all I started thinking was, oh, then Devontae's just going to go to the Raiders because they would pay him and bring him in, wouldn't they?
The Raiders, how much money do they have?
I don't know, but I'm sure
Great
Aaron
question,
would be
Paul.
very happy if Devontae came with him wherever he would go if he left.
Yeah. I got to stop. I got to get out of here. This show stinks. We got to be back tomorrow with a better one. Huh? How about it?
100%.
Tomorrow we do a better one.
Here we go, boys.
Let's go to Steven in Massachusetts, actually. Steven, what's going on?
Hey, Pat, thanks for taking my call, man.
This is my guy, Steven.
guys.
How you doing?
Let's go, Steve.
Great energy up there, Steve. What do you want to talk about?
Hey, man. The energy comes from you, man. If you're ever in Massachusetts, I gotta come down to see where you're at. That way I can have a fucking beer with you, man.
Hey, come on. Have a little brew hot down here, huh?
Hell yeah.
Hey, here we go. What do you want to
Come on
talk
now,
about,
Steve.
Steven?
So I want to continue on the ESPN slander. I wanted to talk about Mike Tannenbaum. I don't know if you guys seen this. I think it was last week. I think it was either on Thursday or Friday. It was on the Get Up show. He was talking about the Cincinnati Bengals, and I'm surprised that they still don't have an indoor practice facility yet. But he talked about how Justin Herbert, like the Cincinnati Bengals, they're basically going to regret taking Joe Burrow over Justin Herbert. And to me, I think that's kind of stupid because both of them are playing pretty decent.
Yeah,
so he makes it seem like Joe Burrow, like just because he got like that big injury or something, that all of a sudden like he can't play and be like a scrub and stuff.
Thank you, Steven.
Hey, Steven, stay on the line. Mitt will give Pat's number to you so you guys.
All right, I hung up on Steven. I am so sorry, Steven, but what AJ said is
Call
not
back, Steve.
necessarily. Steven, it would be great to chat with you at a future time for sure. Love your energy there.
In person.
What's that? No, it doesn't have to happen there.
You can show them how fast you can chug a beer.
Hey, listen, I used to be able to do that. I made a little drink disappear on the island there. Yeah, I made a little drink.
What kind?
It was a, I did a couple strawberry margs. What? Couple Bud Lights. What?
Hey, Pat, remember, I think last week sometime, whenever the Bucks were playing.
What?
Remember when Takatari chugged a beer at the Bucks game, whenever that was, a week ago?
Sweet tea?
Done.
Yeah.
Chase Keebler.
Yeah, sorry. Done. What? Sorry, will you go? What did Takatari say?
You're good. No, I think I told you I said on the show, Takatari texted me during the show, said, hey, is Pat coming to the Bucks game tonight? And I was thinking, like, why? No, why? He goes, all right, just checking. And I think he was trying to check because he did the whole beer chug. He didn't want you to show up and then, beat him. So he was glad you weren't there, I think.
Hey, that chug is retired. Although, it does look like it is about the perfect size of cup that they have over there. And it is a beer chugging appreciation city. But that thing is retired. I can't do it. Because you bring out, if I do it for the Bucks game and then I got to do it in a parking lot.
For Steven in Massachusetts.
It was Steven. It becomes one of those things. And by the way, you don't want to dance with the devil too much either.
No, you don't.
If I start chugging beers again and I start tasting a little bit, I'm like, well, you know what? Well, we're back.
What?
We are back. There's no reason to do that to what I'm doing to my body right now. I mean, last week I treated it like complete shit, but I feel like better than I've ever felt in my entire life. I start chugging one beer. What? Then I'll start chugging maybe a little Tito's and soda. Then a little coconut rum and Coke. And then 151. No, can't do that. Now you're done. You have no pulse. You'll be a dead. You'll be in a hospital saying, what? What just happened to me? Can't do that. Yeah, so that's why I can't do it. But tell Takatari to go ahead and unleash that thing up here.
I'm sure he will be in prime form for the finals.
Yeah, because this isn't just the Bucks.
What?
This is Takatari.
What?
This is Jumbotron.
What?
This is millions.
What? And millions. What?
I was trying to figure out how to get you that. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun.
Let us right off a cliff.
Yeah, I tried to. I was trying my absolute best to.
Guys, right, that Tannenbaum does think. I just wanted to clarify that.
I forgot. I completely forgot what he said. And I don't like all the. We went on vacation. Everybody's just getting wild out here.
Yeah.
All right, everybody's just getting wild out here.
Too wild.
Too wild.
I have a folder on my computer though, that's everything that Tannenbaum has ever said bad about the Steelers. So if it doesn't come true this season, I will just at him.
Okay, so see, this is the type of stuff that happens when you're on ESPN every day and saying things, especially when you're a former general manager. Now, I will say Tannenbaum said something about Tua, I think, and then I said, well, Tannenbaum's friends with the owner of the Dolphins. So if he's saying, well, how could you, why would you take Tua at that position, I just assume, like, okay, that's messages potentially coming from the Miami Dolphins or whatever. So I ran with it. I said it. I delivered the thing went. Tannenbaum then sends me a message that me and we had a little conversation, interaction. It was a good one, but it does seem that he gets a lot of people cooked up around here. And the things that he says, he pisses off everybody, I think, AJ. Is that his, thing? Is just trying to make everybody mad?
I mean, maybe that's why he's good on TV. They want people to feel something,
He's
good
on
or
TV.
bad.
What's that?
He's on TV.
Oh, see, there's a Dolphins fan. All right, you don't necessarily love him strictly because of how he did down there, right?
Yeah, he ran the team into the ground. Then he tells everybody else how they should run their team. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, well, that is television too, in a lot of sense. I mean, there's a lot of people doing that on television, but the those who can't do teach, right?
There you go.
And those who can't teach,
go on.
Teach Jim.
Yeah, but where do we draw the line?
Right?
Is that how that ends?
Yeah, that's how that ends.
You draw.
That's the whole one.
Nick, you draw the line at javelin. Okay, can't fucking throw javelin.
No, so Tannenbaum is that what he is? He is a guy though that just does the stir up stuff.
Not on purpose. No, I think he's just giving his honest opinion that stinks.
What is this guy's deal? Like, you guys, the Hammer Down boys, very against Tannenbaum.
What did Diggs do? What did Diggs do during his time off?
Yeah, well, he went to a lake. He became
relaxed.
a lake.
Kennywood for a week.
You did go to Kennywood.
I did went to Kennywood.
Hey, was it Italian, Dave?
No, unfortunately.
Kennywood, is that an amusement park?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
You should take your kids there. Your kids
One
can
of the
learn
best.
something at Kennywood, dude. All right?
Is it near Pittsburgh?
Yeah, it's fucking
right
near.
there.
Are you kidding me? It's in Pittsburgh. It's basically right next to all the old steel mills. If
Yep.
you go down to Potato Patch, you get the best fries and cheese you've ever seen in your entire life.
Potato patch.
Yeah, and then you get on Steel Phantom. Phantom's Revenge will go crazy too. Oh my God, what a time! And then you try to go into the log floating thing there with your lady. What?
Got replaced by the steel curtain.
What?
That sounds cool, though.
Swings, bumper cars. Oh yeah, got it all, dude. Take your kids down there, especially on Italian Day. They'll learn a lot.
Oh, good one.
I will. I think it was. Did Diggs post some pictures of his dad on Father's Day? Diggs, I haven't seen him. Coach Diggs, that dude looks amazing.
Coach Diggs always looks amazing.
Thank you, Coach.
Every uniform Coach Diggs puts on is a perfect one. He steps foot in public, he looks impeccable. That isn't just now, by the way. That's been for decades at this point. He used to roll around in his vet. He just got done working the pipes, I think, somehow. And he's got this incredible sleeveless accessory game, bandana, wave out of the... I mean, he's always looked like the coolest human of all time. And he's continuing to do it. I don't know how. I have no idea how. I think it's because Dahn. I think it's a team effort up there.
He's a good guy. He's a chameleon. If there's a new phase, he's going to be wearing it.
Yeah, and he crushes it, by the way.
Yeah.
He crushes it. I miss Kennywood, dude. I can't believe you went to Kennywood.
It's good. Me and you talked about this. It's been 10 years since I've been on a roller coaster. A lot changes in 10 years. I felt like dog shit.
Yeah, I got seasick on a whaler out there.
Like dog shit.
Yeah, it is. It is not fun. The back and forth, the magic carpet almost was the one that got me. The back and forth one, it was like, oh, okay, you're actually like on a ship here, a big one, and I should not be on a ship or a big one. And you just start getting sick there.
Yeah.
When you were younger, you just go upside down in those things. Now,
I mean, we went to Cedar Point. We were fine. You got a Kennywood nod.
Done.
Felt like dog shit.
Potato patch will heal you right up.
Hell yeah.
What is the potato patch?
It's a potato patch. Everything's pretty expensive, but it does taste
Does
good.
Bill Gates sell them the potatoes too, like McDonald's?
Come on.
All right. Bill Gates sells potatoes to McDonald's?
Oh, yeah, he's getting
For their fries, for all of them. That's the rumor.
Bill Gates is in the fry business?
Yeah, he's turning his focus to strictly potatoes.
Really?
In Idaho?
I think it is in the United States.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I forget
Because
which
he
state,
owns.
though.
That's the rumor, right? Connor, he owns so much farmland that he produces all the potatoes for McDonald's fries. I'm sure it's not true,
checks
but
out.
that's what's
Does
out
he
there.
have a compound?
There
So
is.
hold on, though. I didn't know it was Bill because I had heard about this. Listen, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. I had my ear to the ground in the farming community, okay? And this is one of those things where I like to know a little bit about everything so I can have a conversation with anybody about anything. The farming one is fascinating. You know, all the farmland is getting bought up because generations are getting passed down. Farms are getting passed down, and the easy payout for the farm is something that every kid is basically taking at this point, as opposed to having to run the whole goddamn farm, which is incredibly difficult labor. I mean, you go as the weather goes, you go as your animals go, you go as the crop go. You're up, you're out. You're not coming home for late, and it is every day. It is not like a sometimes thing, and then when harvest happens, you have to immediately prepare for afterwards. So a lot of people are opting out of running the family farm and selling it, and allegedly there's a lot of people who might not necessarily have the best interest in heart are buying up all this land and like literally acquiring thousands and thousands of acres of America just in one clean purchase, and it's just happening over and over and over again. I have a roommate who's a farmer. Son of a bitch is a real ass farmer every single day. That's what he was doing. And he is the generation that is getting the farm. And I see him working his ass off. And then I see like his degrees that he has and what he could potentially do and the amount of money he could get for the space. And I feel like he's like, nah, I ain't fucking selling. Like I'm not gonna be the one that ends up selling. But I think that's happening in volume. I didn't know Bill Gates was in this game. I had heard some other potential entities were in the game, but a lot of farmland is just getting purchased up left and right, and nobody even knows. I didn't know Bill was in the game though.
Who's farming it though? If these big corporations buy it, then they have to bring someone in to work it.
Do you have a lot of farms over there in Ohio?
I mean, there is. I don't. Yeah.
So here, there's a lot of farms here. So it's pretty, I mean, there is a lot of workers that get, contracted or anything like that happens. I mean, it is, but it's crazy because it's actual land. But if you look at it as territory, it's a couple different ball games.
Bill's the largest private owner of farmland in the United States of America.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Look out.
Everybody says you buy land, and never never devalue.
That's right. It can. It sure as hell can.
That is what I believe a lot of real estate people have experienced. But
doesn't go down unless it does go down.
And then when it does, by the way, I believe it's a massive hit for everybody except for the people who have trillions of dollars who can buy up everything, even $20,000 to $30,000 over asking price whenever people immediately put their houses up for sale. It's a wild time in the real estate world right now. This was another rabbit hole I dug deep down into because I'm potentially dabbling in some real estate. I have been for a couple years, you know what I mean? Looked and kind of prodded. I did a couple, hated it. Now I got some other people that are asking, and then I've been kind of taught the game of like what's happening, how it's happening. It's like, oh my God, that's fucking unbelievable that that's happening right in front of everybody's eyes. It's like, yeah, could be pretty big deal. Could be pretty big deal here. Like, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road.
Huge deal.
Yeah, because all these houses are just getting, the prices are just getting run up.
Yeah.
And then the
We're
people.
talking about BlackRock, right? Then they, like a hedge fund or whatever, they bought tons of houses to drive up the value.
They're not the only ones, by the way. It's there's a bunch of others, I think, that are just buying up everybody, so they own every house, basically. And they own all the property, so then you're just renting, basically, and then the price can get driven up, and then people can't keep up with their mortgages because they're being asked to pay a price that they can't. And then it's a whole... Yeah, allegedly some real shit going on. I don't know enough, by the way. Know a little bit, but I did invest.
I'm sure I want to know all
I did invest. I did invest. I have no idea what's going to happen, but wild time to be alive. I can't wait to be back. 3 hours manana, at least, probably 4. We're back on Sirius XM. This was to, kind of get everybody out of a potential haze that I was definitely in. This is 100% for me. And also because we won't be able to have our, champion of a guy from his attic where he's trying to burn it down and spill everything on it at the same damn time.
That's right.
AJ Hawk, we're going to miss you, buddy.
I'm gonna see. I'll see what my schedule's like when I get out there. But what is today a national holiday?
I don't know. Like Sirius is
observed national holiday. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
If
look at it.
If a national holiday falls on a weekend, then the day after is the
observed.
Yeah.
Okay, so we should have a moment of silence for the observation that we observed. I'm just going to look at the date at the top of the screen and act like it's 4.
I'm going to think about 4.
All right, we observed the shit out of it, didn't we?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 4's up.
4's up.
4's up.
I looked over at Diggs, and I actually saw a 16-year-old Diggs with his helmet on, walking by me with his 4. Oh, Bob.
If you don't put them up, you got no chance of winning.
That was my first experience in football, by the way. I wasn't in the football culture, I was in the soccer culture and never been in a locker room, never put on pads, and I do the game. The first game, fourth quarter comes, everybody's goddamn hands are up, and I'm like, yeah, well, fucking right, we're doing.
Love 4.
Hey, we love it. It was like fourth quarter. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
let's go. Yeah, let's go. And then the team was a very passionate 4's up team that we came in.
yeah.
And I literally I just had a full flashback to teenage Diggs, like 4's up.
Pat, put your fucking 4 up.
I'm sure AJ's a big fan of that.
AJ, you a big 4's up guy?
Yeah, I love being the big 4's up guy when you're losing by 31 points or something.
Hey, big fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, we need a plus 32 fourth quarter.
Here we go.
We can work those sprints for AJ.
We can do it.
All right. Hey, let us know what happens with your friend. I thought he was potentially coming on today. I thought there was a chance. I sent out a Hail Mary.
I don't know. I can't wait to watch I'll be flying.
Wednesday.
I'm going to see the match, man.
I do too.
Yeah.
Bryson's got no goddamn caddy. What?
going
Ian
on?
Rappaport broke today.
Well, none of them do. I think they're riding in their solo carts like they did with Tom and all them. Where they
All
mark
right.
them up and,
You think Aaron's got some shit ready for that thing, for the camera?
I
Peyton
don't know.
came with stories.
I sure
Yeah.
hope so, man. Think about it, though. My brother was telling me this. He said, like, in a normal golf tournament, if you play bad, they're just not going to show your shots. But in this, when there's 4 people, they show every single one of your shots. So if you start playing bad, like, I'm sure anyone that's not a great golfer that is inconsistent knows, like, hey, when it gets bad, sometimes it gets bad for 7, 8 holes where it's like, hey, I have no clue where this is going. Let's figure this out.
That's an hour and a half there, by the way, of you playing terrible on whatever, in the internet watching and getting slow-mos. They'll start slow-moing.
yeah.
They'll start slow-moing the swing. You see right here, he's got a little... If he wants to figure this out, I mean, it's going to take a lot, but he's going to have to change his swing dramatically. Like, there's a chance it could go that way. Not for Aaron, no.
No way.
Aaron, not for
chance.
Aaron. Aaron's going to go out there. He's going to chip in. He's going to be dancing. He's probably going to be ghost riding a golf cart out there. I assume Aaron's prepared for this. No doubt about it.
Yeah, one chip in and you're fine. I feel like Brady was off to a terrible
Yeah,
start,
but
then he chipped in.
live, it was terrible.
Yeah, very bad.
It was bad for Tom. Live.
And then
chipped in.
he gets a shot. Right.
Great for Tom.
That's all you remember.
It's all the moments. You don't remember the story. You remember the moments. But that's still an hour and a half of misery potentially.
Oh, yeah. Better chip in.
That's being broadcast. And everything Aaron does, by the way, is...
What's that?
Oh, imagine Bryson misses a putt. And Aaron just gives some look. And it's like, there's Aaron again, judging his teammates.
Hates Bryson.
Everything he does is going to be scrutinized tomorrow. And I can't wait. To be honest, I can't wait to see how he handles it because he's a genius. And I'm excited to see how it all goes. Will you be there? You won't be in Montana, will you?
I will not be there. I would have loved to have gone and watched. I don't know why they don't. It's probably just too much of a hassle to bring fans in, isn't it?
Yeah, and why?
It's made for TV. There's no reason. They're not trying to get the live gate. They don't care.
Were you asked to commentate or anything like that?
Yeah, I said no. I turned them down. I was like, no, I don't want to be there. That sounds awful. I was not asked to do anything involved with the match.
Yeah, me neither.
It's what, Barkley?
Next one, though.
Who else? You know, it'll be interesting to see. You know how Bryson's trash talk is. When he comes back at Phil and Tom, I want to see if Aaron co-signs with some of Bryson's, like, his chatter.
What if Aaron gives, like, a full pop for Bryson? You know, like, what if
or nothing. Or if he gives nothing to Bryson's stuff.
Fucking swing.
Hey.
Donkey.
Hit the ball.
Hit the ball, you donkey.
A little bit less than that.
500 yards.
Because Phil was like, all right, we got a little bit of a wet grass. Okay, so I'm going to try to hit it into the down grass. It's a little bit moist. It should have... Perfect. All right, way to go. And Tom like, oh, nice shot.
Thank you, Phil.
Imagine if DeChambeau is teaching up Aaron.
That's what's going to be weird. Like, yeah, because Phil doing it, you feel like this is natural. But if Bryson's like, no, Aaron, you're coming way over the top. You got to come right out of your pocket like your buddy Pat. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. I'm excited to watch it. What time is it? 3? Tomorrow?
5, I think.
5?
I thought it was in the morning.
5 Eastern.
Jeez,
son of a gummit.
What's wrong with that? What do you have going on?
Well, I was just hoping it'd be right after the show, you know? That'd be nice for me.
Well, it's all right. Get home after the show, do some jeeping, and then go in and sit on the couch.
God,
Yeah,
Wow.
Italy,
Good call, AJ.
Spain at 3, right into the match.
Oh, okay. Here we
So,
go.
The analysts, I believe, are Charles Barkley,
Here we go.
Larry Fitzgerald, Trevor Immelman, former golfer,
Trev.
and
He's walking by.
Cheyenne Woods.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Tiger's niece, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I think Immelman's the guy walking behind him that'll be, maybe he'll get to talk to him or maybe ask a few questions on the course.
Well, and also, they're rigged right to the studio, right? They're rigged right to the...
Think so.
Well, where's David Faraday? I mean, I don't understand why we don't have him on the course.
He's not with TNT, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a free agent.
Is he? Is he a free agent now?
TNT.
No,
Farady's on like a lifetime contract.
Yeah, he should be, by the way.
Yeah.
He's good. I like him a lot. He always gives us a great interview.
Oh, yeah.
He's awesome.
Great conversation. Because
TNT. Oi. Oi. Oi.
is that on TV tomorrow? We got to download an app?
I think it's on TV.
TV, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that why you guys are singing TNT?
Well, yeah, but we just thought it was a Turner production, like Bleacher Report, where you had to pay-per-view it or whatever, like last time. Because
Who was
Turner
that?
bought
What was
Bleacher Report.
Oh, the Phil and Tiger in Vegas, and that was a clusterfuck.
That was on TV, or did we just stream that?
No, I think that one you had
That
to
one, then
go on like the
scrapped
Bleacher
that.
Report app, and it just
And by the way, AJ, you and I were literally with each other when that was happening in Texas. That you actually saw me streaming it and paying for it, and the whole thing stinking. We were together. It's
We
unbelievable.
were in Texas? What part of Texas?
You fucking stink.
Go to hell, dude.
How many parts of Texas have we been in together, you think?
We've been in Dallas together.
Texas Tech Baylor, dude.
Bingo.
Look at you.
That's where it was.
Is that when the match happened that long ago?
Yes.
With Phil? It doesn't feel like it was that long ago, man.
Yeah, it was Tiger Phil, I think.
Yeah,
right?
that was the first one, yeah.
Tiger Phil.
There's been one since, but
The Brady one was on TV.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
during
thinking the
this,
COVID matches. All the
COVID
COVID
one?
matches, yeah. They've been on
I don't remember
TV.
it being on TV. I thought you had to pay for it.
You're right. Now it's all coming back, Pat.
Remember? Yeah, we're getting.
We were
in the
talking
car.
about how there's not a lot of activity or not a lot of action early. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
definitely on TNT too because the finals are on tomorrow night, but that's ABC ESPN.
I'm on
So
the
they have
website
those
right now,
slots.
and it says download our apps.
No, it's on TV.
But
It's on TNT.
That might just be
Check it.
another way to watch
The
it. though.
TNT app or the
No,
it's TNT.
it's definitely on TNT.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be.
It says TNT on it, but it says download our apps as well. So.
Cause on TNT. So Turner just buys shit. I bought Bleacher Report.
Yeah. Scooping
He
everything.
got a lot of money.
Well, I know as much as Bill Gates who's scooping all potatoes.
That's right.
The sun is shining and it's calling your name, fellas. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped to get ready for Hot Guy Summer.
Hell yeah.
And just like AJ Hawk, Hawkeye Summer and 20% off.
Could Chet sue him for that?
What's that, dude?
No.
Could Chet Hanks sue them for that?
No, it's a different one.
No, there's been a lot of summers before Chet Hanks too, by the way, but rude boy. Plus free shipping by going to manscaped.com/Pat. It's time to bundle up with the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. Inside this package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, which is nice, by the way.
Very nice.
Hey.
You can breathe again.
Put it down.
Mm-hmm.
I watched something on music, and I just thought I Can Breathe Again as being a music thing, and then I watched a whole documentary on T-Pain.
Oh, yeah, I saw that as well.
Yeah, This Is Pop. You watched that? Dr. Andy, who created Auto-Tune.
Uh-huh.
Geologist, I think, or something like that.
Usher. Terrible guy.
Terrible guy.
Who knew?
2013. Led T-Pain into a 4-year depression.
Yeah.
For telling him that he fucked up music with the Auto-Tune, and he was like, Cher used it a long fucking time ago.
Yeah, he was also sleeping. He made a stewardess wake him up. To send him back to Todd
Usher on the way to BET Awards.
Kind of a great move.
What, Usher?
Yeah.
Did you watch the doc?
No, but I heard we talked about it.
T-Pain describing, I was sleeping.
Stewardess woke me up. Hey, Usher Hatton wants to have a word.
T-Pain, I want to let you know, dude, I appreciate what you did.
Yeah.
Man.
Love you, T-Pain.
Hey, you made bangers, dude.
Yes.
Through my college career, you made absolute fucking bangers, dude. We appreciate you.
Yeah, but think of how mad Usher had to be sitting and hey, go wake that son of a bitch up. I got to say something to him right now.
Yeah, because he said first class.
Yeah.
He said T-Pain was in first class. Was Usher sitting coach because of T-Pain's auto-tune? Is that why he was so mad, or was it just one big, first class plane?
I didn't even think of that. I just figured it was one big, massive.
Usher was like in row 4 and T-Pain was in row 1.
He was like,
maybe.
He was like, this son of a bitch is sitting ahead of me. And
Yeah. T-Pain said he thought he and Usher were friends. Actually.
Yeah.
He was like, I thought we were friends, and then this whole thing, he kind of fucked music up, man.
Well, constructive criticism, friends can't do that?
Well, I think the whole world was attacking him because the now listen, you're going to have to watch the doc, but Dr.
Who
Andy...
cares, man? A good song's a good song. Who cares if the person can sing or not?
No, well, he can sing, though. That is the thing. And he came out on the Small Desk series, the concert, when he absolutely crushed it and proved to the world that he could sing. That was a big moment for T-Pain. But Dr. Andy created auto-tune, way back in the day, in like the 70s or 80s, I think. I forget when it was. It was being used by basically every single studio, but nobody was talking about it because it was like it was almost like Toradol. No, it wasn't. Yeah, kind of like Toradol. More like steroids, though, for every
Spider
singer.
tack, more like spider tack on your hand.
Yeah, but I think even bigger than that. I think it was like actual, like these, it was something that nobody even knew the name of. They didn't talk about it, but everybody was using it. And then when Cher used it in the one song, Leaving Love at the you go into a full, you learn about music in that doc, but they say that he abused it because it was something that everybody was using. He abused it. He exposed it. Now nobody has to be able to sing because of him. He ruined music, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case, he made bangers. Everybody used it. You gotta remember, there was the death of auto-tune. Jay-Z rapped about it. I mean, everybody was trying to kill T-Pain, I guess, and he felt it. And I want to let him know, hey, thanks for the great nights,
Thank you,
dude.
T-Pain.
Love you, T-Pain.
Love you, Teddy. Thank you. His Twitch stream, by the way, remember whenever he joined?
Yeah.
Man, that's what's up.
Yeah.
He's awesome. I'm a big Teddy Payne guy. Big Teddy Payne guy.
I think most people are, everyone but Usher. Have they made up?
Not just Usher. It was the entire music community told him, basically.
Well, they were mad that they couldn't use it anymore without the public knowing. Is that right?
They were mad that they were all using it. Now the public knows exactly what was being used, basically. And Dr. Andy made all this money off it. And T-Pain's like, I didn't fucking create this thing, man. What's everybody mad at me for? And he had to search for it, by the way, because T-Pain was like independent. So he was like creating his own music. He said he had to go find this thing that existed because he heard on a song somebody use something. He was like, wait a minute, that sounds like something ridiculous because it wasn't really that normal. He found it was a really cool doc.
That was my favorite part. What did he say, like a year and a half or something like that? He spent looking for that. It was a plug-in on a computer program.
Yeah, and he said he went through every single setting on every single plugin that he could find on a computer with one thing, basically, to see if he could find where, because it's explained in a doc. Okay, when you're hitting notes naturally as a human, there's a ramp up period whenever you go into a new note or whatever, because naturally your voice box is going to do that. With the auto tune, they have the capability mid note to send you up to another one, and it has that great effect. So Teddy was looking for that sound or whatever, so he found he's talking about CDs and all these DVDs and everything. He found all these different programs and shit, and he said he went through every single one, and then he found it, and he was like, got something here. Gotcha. And then bang, they just took off. I became a big fan of his while watching that entire documentary that, when you have no TVs on an island, you find that type of shit. You know what I mean? I'm pumped for old Teddy.
You watched that whole thing on your phone?
Laptop and then on,
AirPlay.
Yeah. Sam brought a projector.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Because she knew I was potentially going to have issues with the no TV thing, so she thought ahead, which was very, very, very cool of her. So we could AirPlay on the projector. The issue was, it was tough to find a spot on the wall.
Sure.
There was a lot of it was like one closer, one. It's not easy to run a movie theater. That's why they're potentially going out of business.
That's right. That's right.
You got to be real flat.
So fast.
Fast nine.
Should have got your sheet out off your bed.
Yeah, well, we did, but the walls were all. The bungalow wasn't the most necessarily
circular,
projector
friendly.
friendly.
There was a lot of
all windows. That's why.
Well, and there was an interesting amount of people that would just show up out of nowhere. It seemed like.
Oh, where'd you come from?
Okay, I'm happy. I'm not naked. What's going on? How are you? They're trying to help there, but yeah, a lot of wind. It was tough, but it was. The wife thought ahead, but I got to see that. It was a great documentary. I would recommend it. I think it's This Is Pop.
This Is Pop. Yeah.
Yeah, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was good. Try to watch some of the other ones.
They're all right.
There's a new Ghislaine one on the cock.
So I watched that as well.
Is it good?
Well,
I mean, does it have new info that we don't know?
No, not really. I mean, the trial starts November 2021, I guess, so it's coming up. So we're about to learn a lot more than we know currently, but it was kind of a collection of things. I was interested because, Peacock was putting it out. I don't know who has connections with who, that's kind of what you always have to think. I was wondering how it was going to, I think it wasn't great for her, but it was nowhere near what the sensationalism of what I thought it was potentially going to be, but allegedly the court that's coming up. And also Alex Jones, 10 million % pronounce her name wrong. So whenever Tim Dillon and Rogan and Alex Jones got on the conversation, and Tim Dillon, I think, said her name properly, by the way, now, hindsight, and they were asking, how do you say it? And Alex Jones goes, it's Ghislaine. Out in the newspaper. True, by the way, her dad, I guess, a real son of a bitch, this guy.
So watch the doc.
I'd say you learn some stuff.
Yeah, okay.
You learn some
It's like
stuff.
It's like 4 parts. Though.
3, I think, yeah, but yeah. It
Maybe
was,
Alex Jones, though, is the only one that knows how to pronounce it correctly.
well, and then there's the thought that they potentially created this entire thing to combat Alex Jones.
Yeah.
'Cause they say her name no less than 55 times a minute, it seems like. And it's none of it's great for her, but I watched
What do they say her
That's a
name is?
ridiculous name.
That's,
Ghislaine? It's Ghislaine.
by the way, I think her name is Ghislaine.
Yeah, you nailed it.
I think it is. Ghislaine. I can't believe I missed out on that guy. I mean, obviously not great, but I mean, I didn't know he existed until a week and a half before he got banned from the internet.
Damn shame.
That was fucking unbelievable. Who is this guy?
Nobody takes him seriously, right?
Yeah, that was the issue, I guess. People did take him serious.
Still do.
Yeah.
It's hard to even say Ghislaine now.
Right.
He was trending
15
yesterday
years.
or something.
Yeah, he was a part of a video, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, what you guys should do is go to manscaped.com. What's so funny, AJ?
You're still in it. I didn't know you're still in the read.
Yeah. I mean, we took a couple turns, but
Yeah.
if you're talking about Manscaped and Hot Guy Summer, and you're talking about getting 20% off and free shipping, you have to go to manscaped.com/Pat and get 20% off and free shipping on the greatest performance package that has ever been made for people that are manscaping their body for this incredible summer. Isn't that right, Colin?
Hell yeah!
The Performance Package 4.0. Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, weed whacker, crop preserver, crop reviver, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. First off, the new Performance Package 4.0 includes the Lawnmower 4.0. Yes. This trimmer is insane, and dare we say, the GOAT of ball trimmers. We said it.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that 4.0?
This is 4.0.
Look at that LED light. And what you're hearing there is a 9,000 RPM motor powered 360-degree rotary dual blade system. That's actually on the Weed Whacker, but similar technology is also used on that one right there. But the nose and ear hair trimmer provides proprietary skin-safe technology which helps prevent nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate holes. And the lawnmower has the same proprietary technology. Get a 20% off and free shipping. Go to manscaped.com/Pat. Look how clean it is. Go ahead and just go ahead and give him a little buzz. Go ahead and give him a little buzz.
Check that out.
Whoa! By the way, look at how willy-nilly he was with that thing. That's the proprietary skin-safe technology. You know I mean? He's doing it backwards even. Look at that.
Pretty good.
Keep going. Trim the edges off your mustache.
Doesn't matter. No. Get close though. Doesn't even matter.
Look at that. You can do that with your.
You always go put it backwards.
Yeah, that's right.
It's weird.
That's what we're saying though. It doesn't matter how awkwardly you hold it.
It's willy-nilly.
It has the skin-safe technology to not nick or cut you. Not normally used on the face. Definitely preferred to be on the balls. Yep. Not 100% sure if that one has been used or not, but we appreciate Connor going full circle for 20% off and free shipping. Go to manscaped.com/Pat. Trim the bushes. The tree stands tall.
Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
What is that?
You know what it means. I don't know what that means.
You know what it means.
Is that in the read?
Yeah, dude. You trim your bush.
I think I might have added it. Yeah. What's that? What are you saying?
I was just trying to explain what it meant.
The optics.
Yes.
Well, you ever look at a forest, dude? You know what tree looks taller? The one that doesn't have all the shit around it.
Boom. No shrubs.
All by itself.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
That thing goes way up there, doesn't it? Because if you got, it only looks like it's as tall as on top of shrubs to top.
Yes.
Get rid of shrubs. Now, guess what? We got the entire base of that goddamn thing, too.
Yeah, it's
Show
mine.
your wood.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about trees still, right?
Yes.
See?
Yeah.
Good. It's great to be back. Great to be back.
Hell yeah.
See you tomorrow, dude. What are we talking about tomorrow? We got Lane Johnson on tomorrow.
Nice.
I know he's talking about Jalen being the man, right?
I don't know, actually. I'm going to ask him about that.
He's made some comments. I know he did some kind of interview where some high praise, I feel like.
Oh, so he likes you. Okay, good news. I'll do some research tonight before he comes on. He's got an offensive line thing going on, too. We didn't get a chance to talk to anybody at the tight end summit.
Son of a bitch.
Well, we got a representative over there at the offensive line. We appreciate it, man. Looks like that tight end one was a good time. I wonder what the offensive line one's like. We'll talk to Lane tomorrow. Also, maybe somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah, big guest tomorrow, AJ.
All right.
We got
Steve Jobs.
Oh,
he is dead, I
How
think.
dare you?
Rest in peace.
My bad. I meant Bill Gates. Of course.
All right,
you
well,
Nice try.
the potato farmer's not joining us tomorrow, but I do know that there will be big guests because we're not going to have AJ. We appreciate you. It's been great to be back. You all are the best. Thank you for rocking with us. Hammer Dahn starts here in a few minutes, I think. 10 minutes, 5 minutes. You guys have a great Monday. You're the best. We'll see you, manana. Cheers. Good work.